Sunday is a blind blind Sunday. Sunday is a blind blind Sunday. It's a blind blind Sunday. Sunday.
Good morning, gearheads. It's Sunday. The world needs some healing, and that's why you're here at the Blind Mike Project. Go to blindmike.net for all of Blind Mike's charitable deductions, donation plates, and e-meter readings. On today's show, Whitney Cummings takes hard-hitting questions from her fabric-soft fiancé. Yay! The end of an era at Legion of Skanks. And yes, Lewis, Mike is available for that third chair. Opie gives us a big reveal that is neither big nor a reveal. Steve-O annoys us all with his voice. And the fighter and the kid finally have it out. All this and more. And now, here's your host, the new Archduke of the Dabbleverse, Blind Mike Geary.
I think that's the closest Electra's gotten to the topics being correct. Like, more or less, that is what we're talking about.
I watched
did something
this week.
right.
It was pretty good.
Thanks.
Usually I look at the titles and I'm like, what's this about? I'll guess.
The fighter and the kid, like, Brian's not there, but close enough, you know? Like, it was not bad.
Good job, Electra.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yes, Craig, Casey, and Electra with us. I appreciate you guys getting up on the West Coast.
I didn't know this time existed. But hey, here we are.
Casey warning me like I'm woken up by a grandfather clock chiming or something.
I mean,
just a reminder, it's daylight savings. I don't know if you have to adjust your clocks.
I mean, we all picture Mike with a big old like grandfather clock and like a Peaky Blinders pocket watch, right? That's what I picture you with.
Yeah.
I do have a phone, so luckily I woke up at a normal time today. But Craig on assignment. Parts unknown this week. He's traveling. It was weird. Speaking of Callan and SCHAUB, a couple weeks ago, when Callan was talking about the Epstein file, and he was defending Jeffrey Epstein, and he was like, they weren't 9, they were 14. Remember that weird segment? For some reason, Craig afterwards was like, I'll be leaving soon, by the way. And I was like, really? That's true. I was like, where are you going? And he goes, it's none of your business. But when he calmed down, he did tell me. And I've never been good with riddles, so I don't know exactly what this means. He said it's where love isn't bound by laws. And I said, all right, well, I'll leave those breadcrumbs and maybe people will find you. But
He told me. I know where he's at.
He did ask me for some SPF 1000. And I was like, what's that for, Craigers? I know you're pasty, but where are you going?
Very good. But yes, we wish Craig well. Thank you to Casey and Electra for being up so early with me. I always appreciate that. Go to HackRideStudios.com to support these two. What's going on there these days?
Oh, well, we're got the Unboxing Eric, Unboxing Riley Martin, and Unboxing Bigfoot it is. Bigfoot's about to end, so one less per week to do. We'll still have these. So if you like Howard Stern, get over there. It's a nostalgia act. It's fun. Watch cartoons talk about dick jokes and Howard Stern. That's all.
Yes. You two and Luigi Greenberg, right?
Yes.
Great,
Luigi.
I got to mention all the big stars to get people over there.
Mm-hmm. We know how to pick them. We have an eye for talent, Mike.
Totally.
Very exciting. Yeah, we'll support them. Or check out this program. Check out Why You Laughing. The new episode is It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And up for members right now, the history of Kill Tony. And we've also done the history of Legion of Skanks. If you want to shed a tear, we'll be talking about Dave Smith and Legion of Skanks later today. But if you want to do a deep dive on Legion of Skanks, or if there's any topics that might pique your interest, maybe you haven't seen, go through the Why You Laughing catalog Easiest place to find that is blindmike.net, available wherever you get podcasts. Right here on YouTube. We're live every Sunday at 10 a.m., as we are right now. Like, subscribe, comment. Helps more people find the show. You can watch Dabbleverse live here this week, where we had Vinnie Paulino on.
It's a monster.
I should mention this. No show next week.
What?
No show next Sunday. I know. Sorry, everyone. Prepare now.
Shocking.
Yes, adjust accordingly. Yeah, that's it.
The Kragers and Casey and Electra show next Sunday. It'll be fun.
Well, go to whatever channel you'd have to find that.
He hates us.
You won't be watching it here.
What? Why not? That'd be a great show.
We'll see. We'll see if Craig would actually be willing to do that. I don't think he would.
What if What if we do the David Collins roast, where we just shit on all your All right. Well, I tried, people. Taking Sunday off.
Anyways, blindmike.net. No show next Sunday. Go through the catalog. Go through Why You Laughing and the Blind Mike Project and whatever else we have here. We appreciate you guys supporting the show. Thank you very much for doing that. And let's get into it. We have a lot of fun topics today. I wanted to start with one that I don't fully understand, because comedians are treating Joe Rogan like he's their therapist now or their father. I don't know why people go on to the biggest podcast in the world and decide to let everyone know exactly what bothers them. We covered it a couple weeks ago with Donnell Rawlings, and now Steve-O seems to be doing the same thing. It is funny. You learn what a bubble people live in and what a bubble the internet is, and when you get shit on by people trolling you online or in the comments or on Reddit or whatever, like when you're getting shit on, it feels very real to you, and it feels like the entire world is caving in. The walls are closing in around you. And it's funny because Steve-O is talking like that, and he's like, well, Joe, as you know, everything's come to an end for me. And I was like, are people shitting on Steve-O? I don't even know about this. So people have a grandiose idea of themselves, and if you're able to take a step back, it's not that big a deal. But I found Steve-O on Joe Rogan to be somewhat interesting, because this is right out of the gate. He starts telling Joe all of his problems, and like I've been mentioning podcast cringe lately, and he does a very good job covering a lot of this stuff and staying up on things. But like immediately what his take is going to be, and with this, it's like, well, Steve-O's career is over. And I'm like, what is this even about? So let's see if Joe Rogan is able to suss out what's ailing Steve-O these days.
Been a roller coaster for me, man.
Since the last time I saw you?
Big time.
What happened?
Well, let's see here. The year of 2022, last time I saw you, I think it was 2023.
Was it that long ago?
I think it was, man.
Okay.
Yeah. And, man, dude, I was on a high the year of 2022. Like, we had our Jackass movie in theaters, #1. The big, like, my profile was all, like, white hot. The world just opened up from the pandemic, and everybody had...
You remember that, right? We remember finally we can get out of the house and go congratulate Steve-O on his new movie. remember that era? It was we were wiping down our groceries, then everyone was fighting over masks in the vaccine, and then we were like, finally we can celebrate Steve-O with all in close quarters now. It's very exciting. You see what I mean? Where it's this self-important idea, like, Joe, you remember when the world was celebrating me in 2022, and I was the king of entertainment.
He's hyping himself.
Yeah.
And they were just revenge spending. Everyone wanted to go out to shows, and there were no interest rates. Money was free. It was just like...
Let me give my money to Steve-O.
Money was free. I don't remember that.
Thanks for this $1,200, government. I'm going to give it right to Steve-O.
Someone investigate this guy for PPP loan fraud, because that's all the free money that was going on.
No,
there.
he's talking about the whatever those were. They gave you money. They were giving you money for some reason.
The one check.
Remember? Yeah. The $1,200 that changed everyone's life.
I'm still living off that. Sweet cash, sweet government cash.
Perfect storm for me to have the most successful year of my life. Like, more than double what my next most successful year was. And then, like, I don't know. Maybe I just got like super high on that, you know, like, and it was just like, I was just kind of printing money, you know, like selling merch like crazy, and like everything was just going so well. And I don't know if maybe like you become more successful.
I forgot about that. You forget like COVID was such a crazy time, and I remember when people would go out on their balconies and rattle their pots and pans for Steve-O every night. It was a weird time that was going on in the country.
Yeah.
And like people get angry at you, you know. But there's a point after that where I felt like, man, the internet turned on me, kinda. You know, like I saw a lot of negative.
We didn't.
What?
No one was thinking about. I didn't know Steve-O ever received a negative comment. Now, again, like I said, I watched. I learned of this through Podcast Cringe, and Podcast Cringe seemed to be like, he's right. We all hate Steve-O now. But I didn't realize this was happening. It's such an insulated bubble where it's like, Joe, you know how everyone hates me now? No, I didn't. I had no idea this was happening. Maybe I'm ignorant. Maybe it was the talk of the town. Everyone was like, yeah, we fucking hate Steve-O now. I didn't know he had a bad. Well, I guess what I do know, maybe this is what he's talking about. I know, so Steve-O's been doing stand-up. But like, to be fair to him, I think it's like storytelling, and then he lights his asshole on fire. Like, I think it is like Steve-O-ish. You know what I mean? I don't think he's doing like, do you ever notice? I don't think he's doing observational material. Like, I think it's true to who Steve-O is. Again, I've never seen it. I heard his special was terrible. So maybe that is what he's talking about. But it wasn't this massive, it was not Gringo Poppy where everyone's like, oh my God, we've got to make a subreddit dedicated to this guy. Maybe I'm just ignorant to it. I don't know. You guys let me know. Did I miss the train where we all got on board to hate Steve-O? I thought he was like a fine enough, kind of a guy I never really thought about. I liked the documentary they made about his demise and rise years ago. I mean, like, Jackass is funny. I never really had a negative thought about Steve-O. But he's coming to Joe, the biggest platform in the world, to be like, guys, this is exactly what I'm sensitive about. I've been bummed out by internet comments, and I just wanted to let a few million people know this is exactly how you can get to me.
Comments, people saying that all I do is promote merch, you know, like there's a bunch of different stuff, and I legitimately agree. That's my thing, is when I see a negative comment about me, if I agree with it, then it really bothers me, you know, and I got to do something about it, you know. I think, and I've heard you say that you know, taking criticism constructively is like super helpful.
It's very helpful. The problem with the internet is it's overwhelming. It's too many voices,
right?
Too many different people. That's why I would never recommend for a person like you to even read the comments.
Right. What I did was.
Do you have a dick tattooed on your right eyebrow? Is that what that is?
That's exactly.
How long do you have to keep that for?
I don't have to keep it for any amount of time, but
it's not a bet or anything.
I mean, it is a bet how long I last before I get it lasered off.
And is there a money value to this bet?
No, it's more of an experiment.
Oh.
But I've been doing really well with it.
So as a blind guy, that was a great reveal to me. I did not catch. Obviously, I didn't realize that. So when Joe Rogan says, "Is there a dick tattooed on your face?" you realize that this man is saying, "Joe, I was on such an incredible high, and then I read the internet, and they have some unflattering things to say about me. They've observed things about me that I had never really thought about." Yes, no, that's a penis on my face. Yeah. Anyway, I was saying that the internet has been harsh on me. Steve, you have a fucking cock on your head. They're gonna make jokes. Yes.
And by the way, creep off, take note there. That is quite the punishment. I think we should add that to the list of punishments. Next clip is.
It's really small. I can't even see it.
Well, that like.
Heyo.
Sorry, I had to go there.
It's just well, whatever. It's just like I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
He's got a cock on his face. All right, that's all I was saying.
The next segment is life-changing. It's life-changing, Mike.
Yeah. So this man has a cock on his face, and he's like, "I really thought like things were going to be different for me now." I thought old Steve-O's number had finally come in. I said, how do I enhance the best year of all time, 2022, the year of Steve-O? How do I make things better? I put a cock on my forehead or above my eye, wherever it is. And he expected things to really start going well for him.
It was done by Post Malone.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
it makes it even better.
It makes it awesome. Yeah. I don't expect to keep it forever, but I was very shocked when I got it that my life didn't really change a whole lot.
Yeah, it's you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if,
Right.
Marco Rubio got a dick tattooed on his forehead, they'd be like, hey, take his
Right.
fucking clearance away.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right, by the way. Like Steve-O's talked about, he's like he wanted to get breasts for a while. It's just like it's constantly like how do I shock everyone? Which like for a long time was entertaining. And like I said, Jackass is a hilarious franchise, and Steve-O was very good on that. And he's got an insane set of balls, the stuff that he has done. But now he's in his 50s? How fucking old is Steve-O?
Yeah, he's got to be near 50, if not 50. He looks great for 50. Good.
And so it's harder to shock people, and it's got to be harder for him to do just physically. It's got to be harder to do a lot of that stuff. So he's like, what if I had a cock? Guys, can you believe there's a cock on my face? And we're like, yeah, man, you're Steve-O. That's the type of shit that you do. That makes sense. We believe it. We're not like, oh, my stars, Steve-O. No, not you. Oh, a phallus on your face, Steve-O? I can't believe it.
Oh, I think
actually-
I see it now. Is it a white tattoo?
I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
right,
Really
yeah.
go for it. It shouldn't be something we have to search for. Make like a Mike Tyson cock tattoo on your face, you know?
Again, heyo.
It's a penis, guys. It's big, it's small, whatever. We got it. Let's move on. Jesus.
It's big.
But in any case, man, like I just you couldn't be more right. There's so many voices and everything, but I agreed with a bunch of stuff, and I spent like 2024, 2025, like very mindfully addressing the criticism with which I agreed, and I felt like I made like
Guy with the penis drawing in his face, going, how do I approach these criticisms now?
Mindfully.
Yeah, so let me meditate on this.
Penis mindfully.
really good progress, like sort of repairing my reputation, even though maybe I didn't even need to.
You
I don't
didn't.
think you need
You were Steve-O.
to.
Maybe not.
All right,
So
hecklers.
It's this thing, like, I don't know. I guess when it's weird that Steve-O hasn't had enough. I guess the internet's just different. But it's weird that Steve-O hasn't gotten enough feedback in his life that like some mean internet comments just don't get to him anymore. You know what I mean? I always say this. When you first start getting comments like this, I absolutely not just understand, I can relate to not handling it well. You're like, what the fuck? The strangers are talking to me this way? But like, Steve-O's been famous for, 30 years now, close to it. When does it get to where a guy says, Steve-O's not even really funny? Like that doesn't bother you anymore, you know? That you're a guy that sits there with a penis drawing etched into him in ink. And he's like, well, that wasn't very nice. I really tried in that hour special. Why did they say such mean things about it?
It's like a guy that has seeked attention his whole life, meeting a gentleman who's growing older and wants to be like alone and be left alone. This is conflict of getting older. It's fun.
And well, Rogan's in a weird position too, because these people come to him like a father. Brendan Schaub is the greatest example. But now you see Donnell Rawlings and Steve-O in this moment. Like people come on this podcast and are like, Dad, Joe, can you fix me?
Yeah.
Like, will you make my problems go away? And will you now make me that's the other plague of the Joe Rogan experience and people that go in there is like, people always cite like the Cat Williams thing. Like, there's 6 comedians on there that have never been funny. Say what you want about Brian Callen and Brendan Schaub, and we will later, and Tony Hinchcliffe and whoever else like Joe Rogan has made famous, Joey Diaz and Duncan Trussell and that whole crew. Like, if you think they're not funny, whatever. But it was a time where you could go on that podcast and you would get more eyeballs on you, and people would say, oh, let me check this guy out. I liked him on Joe's show. Let me check out more of his stuff. It doesn't really exist that way anymore because now, like, podcasts are so relevant and out there, and like people kind of know the guests when they come on. It's not as much of a discovery when you go on the Joe Rogan Experience. People are able to develop these cult followings elsewhere. And by the way, we've known who Steve-O is for 30 years. So it's like they think they're going to go on the Joe Rogan Experience and they're like, okay, this is the thing. This is going to make everyone stop being mean to me. I'm going to have nothing but fans now. And in actuality, like, there's a lot of people that resent the Joe Rogan Experience and just want to shit on the people that go on there. So it actually has the opposite effect. And what you're doing when you go on and you're like, Joe, I've mastered internet comment. How many times have we played clips of Joe having to tell people, don't pay too much attention to internet comment? It's just a thing that he recites on his show now because these people have meltdowns over it. It's weird to watch.
It could happen. Say you get the call up. Gonna appear on Joe Rogan. What's your strategy gonna be to not fall into praise daddy worship kind of thing? Because you're a podcast here. It's flown to Austin, the 5-star treatment.
Yeah. I'll talk to him about MMA. I'm very well versed.
Pyramids.
Yeah.
You gotta get versed on pyramids, Mike. Like stat. Hecklers is the next one.
Okay, yeah. So this is him handling hecklers.
Recently, this is not a place where you're going to get like rational discourse.
Right, but again, it's when I agree with stuff that
that it bothers you.
Right,
but do that to yourself.
Right.
Just look at yourself. Take a moment.
Like there was I don't know if I was burned out, like if I was touring, but like there was a point going through 2022 in particular, 2023, where like. I would.
Steve would say no more. We know when you refer to any year, we know you're probably talking about the glory days, 2022. If you asked anyone, what was the best year of Steve-O's career, would anyone on the planet be like, oh, probably 2023? I can't imagine thinking that those were the peak years of Steve-O. I don't know why he's talking about it with such fondness. Again, I'm sure the movie did very well. I'm sure he made plenty of money. I'm sure maybe his podcast did well. I don't know. But he's looking at it like that was as we all know, that was the height of Steve-O.
Lose my mind over people being disruptive in the audience at my shows. Like, I don't even want to call them hecklers because I think like heckler has like a connotation of wittiness to it. I'm talking about just drunk shitheads just yelling out and disrupting the show. And I would take the position. I'd be like, man, this whole audience of people paid their hard-earned money to come see this show, and this one person yelling out is just fundamentally disrespecting everybody who's here, and I'm not standing for it. I'm trying to hard, and I would be like, I would snap, be like, no, I would be throwing people out. What happened was, everybody thought I was a dick, and like maybe so, like maybe I was burned out, and it was like
you were overreacting, right?
Well, not even that. You weren't a comedian. Like Steve was not a comedian, so he didn't know how to handle that shit. Steve was a stunt man. Like he wasn't a stand-up, so I don't blame him for not knowing how to deal with hecklers and not having great comebacks prepared or anything because he had never been through that. And that's the symptom of not having to come up as a comedian, not having to play rooms where no one's paying attention. It's just other open micers trying to get up or hell gigs coming up, whatever. It's like some of these celebrities just try stand-up and they're like, wait a second, everyone didn't just turn their attention to me and praise Steve. This is the best year of Steve-O's life. Why aren't they all in awe of me? But it's just like, he wasn't a comedian, so I don't blame him for not knowing how to respond to that. But that is the ultimate problem. Is these people are why don't I get the same respect that Louis C.K. gets? It's like, well, because you haven't earned it. No one should show you that respect. No one's there to see you. They're there to see you tie something to your nutsack. Like they're not there to hear your heady material, your perspective on life.
We're here to see your taint. Mike, first free chat of the day. Some guy named Badabbler. I don't know who this. This makes me realize how small the Dabbleverse is. Imagine John on Rogan complaining about the internet hating him.
Yes, that's a perfect point. That's exactly what this would be. Like if John went on Rogan and was like, "Yeah, fucking Lady K, Joe, you know what I mean? He's a real dickhead." Like, what? That's what you're starting with? But that's what Steve-O is doing in a weird way, where he's literally complaining about one guy that was in his audience 3 or 4 years ago.
Joe, I'd like you to meet my friend Ava. Ava on Rogan would be fun. That might be fun.
Someone said this in the comments. Your John impression is Ukrainian. I never realized, what is it about it that is wrong? And that's what it is. I never realized that.
It's my way of supporting Ukraine. Yes.
Yes.
Reacting and like that's another piece of criticism that I really, really took to heart. And now it's been over 2 years, like well over 2 years since I even scolded an audience member.
That's
to
cool.
throw them out.
Oh, congratulations. 2 years.
Since I've even scolded. So it's been worse than a scolding. But Steve-O is like, listen, I used to wag my finger at that and then say, "Stop it!" I'd get my spray bottle out. Bad. No. And then I stopped scolding them, and it became a little more fun. Like, imagine going to a Steve-O show. Just the idea of it would be this wild, chaotic. I remember hearing Artie Lang talk about how like those old Howard Stern gigs were nightmares for comedians because they weren't there to see comedy. They were there to see a shock jock atmosphere. They wanted to see Beetlejuice do math or whatever the fuck they would see there, And it's that times 10 with Steve-O. You're like, he's gonna do some crazy shit, and then you get there and you're like, Steve-O, and he's like, hey, knock it off. I've got jokes prepared. And he's like, and then I realized I shouldn't do that. It's like, yeah, this isn't worth a therapy session on the Joe Rogan Experience. You should just kind of figure that out on your own. You don't need to talk about like, wow, I really gained this perspective.
The next segment here is a disruptive show.
I imagine that's what he puts on, but he was shocked by it.
If I get like really pushed in an egregious situation, the farthest I'll go is I'll say, hey, you know what, guys? I used to get really bent out of shape over people being disruptive, but I don't do it anymore. And that tends to... And
good.
As soon as I stop...
Hey, do you kiss your mother with that mouth, pal? I get really tough with them and say, I'm rubber and you're glue.
Reacting so much, like the problem mellowed out.
Well, you got to realize, like your entire career, you've kind of been a disruptor.
Sure.
So it's kind of natural that disruptive people would be attracted to come to your show.
Of course.
And then you're saying, please be polite at this moment in time.
Right. Yeah, like you're about to see me put some things up my butt and I demand respect.
Is that what you do in your show? You put stuff up your butt?
Well, it's a multimedia show. So,
Of course, my closer, Joe.
Multimedia show.
Let's not spoil the bit.
That is one way to describe that.
You put something up. It's multimedia. I mean, self-explanatory, Jamie. What's with the questions, Jamie? God.
I like that even Rogan is like dismissive of it, where he's like, oh, yeah, okay, you put stuff up your ass and you're upset that people are yelling at the show. And that is crazy. So it just spoke to me how like insulated the world is, and that was that Tukey that said that?
Yes.
Yeah,
that was,
thank you. That's very, very insightful of you. I appreciate that. Because it is. That's exactly what it is. Like people live in this bubble, like where the world is caving. That was a big thing for me that I realized. Like if someone said something to me, it would really get to me, and I would think about it, and I was like, why do they think of me this way? And I like sometimes I would argue with people on Twitter or whatever. And I would be like, I'm going to get them to see that they're wrong about me. I'm going to correct their opinion of me. And eventually I got to the point where I realized, like, no one in my life is bringing up whatever their problem was. This guy on Twitter or Reddit or whatever their problem was. No one in my life brings that up to me. No one's like, oh man, you really got fucking destroyed on Twitter today, you know? And it made me realize, like, oh, it's not a thing people are. I am obsessed with it, but no one else is noticing this, you know? And it's all like, so that's a very normal thing to go through when you start getting feedback from people you don't know. But what's amazing to me is always the people that have been famous for 30 years that have to go through that like late in life where they're like, even during the peak of Steve-O of 2022, some people didn't like me. Some people said I sold too much merch. Like that was his big thing. Like they said I sold too many T-shirts. It's like, Steve-O, get a hold of yourself. It's not that big a deal, man.
That's not the game to get into if you want to be liked by everyone. That is this.
Right. And it's as I've been critical lately of like podcast cringe because like, you know, I think his takes are a little repetitive, but I do think he's doing a lot of these comedians a service because he haunts them. like some people change their entire personalities and the way they do their shows to avoid podcast cringe or too lazy to try making a video of them. Like it's crazy the real estate that they take up in some of these people's heads.
Yeah, and if it's gotten to the point where you feel like you have to correct the record about anybody's opinion of you, it's already too late. They've already formed that opinion. Just don't even waste your breath.
Like, on Twitter, I'm like, oh no, hold on. I'll figure out the perfect alignment of words where they realize I'm a good guy. Mm-hmm. They'd love me if I could just explain it to them. Yeah. And sometimes they never will. Sometimes they actually hate you. Sometimes they're fucking with you. You know, like, but like we'll never know. I realize I've said this before, but there's a guy who was like messaging me, and the context, like, I thought he was being like a real asshole, just the shit he was saying to me. And then I met this guy, like a live show or something, and I realized, like, oh, he thinks like we're friends. He's talking to me like he's a buddy. Like he's like, hey, you dumb fuck, or whatever hey, fatso. But he's saying it in a way that's like, where like he thinks we're pals, you know what I mean?
Loving
like,
way.
yeah. Like I was, he never even meant it bad, but I was reading it like this motherfucker. How dare he talk to me like that?
Mike, we got a
super chats.
Well, there's Craig.
Quick one here, and then we'll get over to the Skanks and Mike's new job.
Weird comment for €2, I think. We should be done thanking OJ by now. No?
Done doing what to OJ?
Thinking.
Yeah, still a lot of thinking of OJ in the chat going on, but pre-show.
We'll talk about it on BTH tomorrow. I get OJ's problem now.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Now I understand what OJ is dealing with. I listened to my friend Bedabbler and Cardiff yesterday, and they're having this powwow without me where they're like, I miss the day. By the way, they did one episode of Whom Are These Socials, and they're like, man, I really miss the days when we could just riff on social media videos, you know? I wish we could do more Whom Are These Socials. And I swear, I'll have to check the tape, but I swear Bedabbler said this. He's like, I have so many videos I want to talk about that I just don't have the outlet for. And I messaged him, I'm like, play the videos on the show. What's holding you back? They're acting like I'm stopping them. No! Never will there be social media on this platform. We talk about Hitler and nothing else.
And blind porn.
Yes, exactly. I think we've talked about social media videos literally every week on the show. So I don't know what's stopping. But they're like, man, I really miss the days when we could just riff on Instagram and TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, who would have thought a show named after Hitler would fail after a month? I mean, it's good winning percentage.
Why are we failing?
Well, no, I'm just saying if you're mad at them, then you're...
Oh, I'm not really. I was kidding.
Damn it. I got my hopes up. All right, well, let's hope you fail in the future. I mean, I love the show. Here we go.
What's your problem with that? I don't get this. What's the animosity?
I'm teasing Cardiff. I'm fighting with Cardiff on Twitter. That's all.
Fighting with Cardiff on Twitter? What is this about?
He sort of mocks us, and so I shit on him back.
What did he say?
But we love you. What's that?
What does he say about you?
Electra, what does he say about us?
I don't know. He just shits on everyone, so I don't take it personal.
No, I don't take it personally either. I'm just having some fun, Mike. Now I'm gonna get it from a
He
potato.
likes to fight on Twitter.
Well, I'd love to explore this tomorrow with him, but it's on social media, so we can't talk about it.
Can't do it then. Sorry.
Yeah.
Back in 2022 when you could, that was your year. Oh, that was your year.
All right.
Legion of Skanks, like end of an era.
Very sad, genuinely very sad. I was trying to think about this, and I am entertaining offers. Lewis will have to come groveling to me, but I'm willing to hear him out. But I was genuinely very sad when I heard this news. I think I've listened to Legion of Skanks longer than any other show. I found them in 2015 when those guys started going on Compound Media when I was subscribed to Anthony, and it really was a great year. And so 10 years, 11 years I've been listening to them, and like Opie and Anthony was only on XM for 10. I didn't listen to all of that. I was too young to listen when they started there. I was trying to think of a show I've listened to longer than Legion of Skanks. I get like technically maybe Joe Rogan, but I don't listen to that consistently. Like it didn't dawn on me till Dave left. What a staple of my life that has been for a decade. And I go to Skankfest every year. So when I heard it really was the end of an era, I was very bummed. Let's hear the announcement before I talk too much about it.
Well, this is guys, do me a favor, keep this in the room because the show comes out tomorrow. Okay, so don't go and post this on Reddit or on Twitter or anywhere else. This is kind of a big announcement.
I genuinely, this isn't like, I don't know, there's not a punchline coming, which it feels like there is. But I feel
with heavy heart.
Well, yeah, genuinely. But I'm leaving the show.
Wow.
And I, this is, Legion of Skanks has been the longest thing I've ever done in my life. I mean, I'll never make it this far with my marriage. It's almost 15 years. No, that's not true.
Someone just realized you were serious because way into it they went,
oh, well, it is a little bit of a tone change from playing Who Be Knowing Black People.
They're never going to play this game again. Or it's a way different version on Part of the Problem.
No. I play this game at home with my family. Me and my wife and kids play this game every night before bed.
Dave's a big proponent of the home game.
We are the judges in that game. But no, I mean, look, it's I'm sorry, and to the other fans, you're welcome. But no, I'm just honestly, it's just I'm just too busy with other shit. And it's just, I don't know. It's very hard these days. I guess it's a good problem to have, but it is like I got 2 little kids. I'm very, very busy with other shit. It's just too much time. I don't know. I'll forever, Lewis and Jay are my best friends in the world. I've loved doing this show. I really do believe this is the funniest goddamn podcast in the fucking world for 15 years. 14 years? How long have we been?
15 years?
It was amazing. I think like the fucking fans of this show are like the greatest fucking fans. This was the first thing I ever did in my career that worked, that was successful. Or at least it seemed like it at the time. It pulled me out of homelessness. Let's say that. And anyway, yeah, I love all you guys. I love the fans, all that. So yeah, we're gonna do. I'm not leaving yet. We're gonna do a couple more
next
episodes.
week.
It's weird. So, like, it is weird. Dave was the least successful one, I guess, kind of by far. Or at least it felt like the joke was always that Dave was a loser, like in the early days, and he was living on Jay's couch, and like that was constantly the joke early on. And now he's, I think, by far the most successful. Like he has a massive audience. Now it's in a different world than Jay and Lewis exist. It's in more of this political realm. But Dave has like real influence in politics, and legitimately like might be running for president. That might be part of this. I hope he doesn't do that. I really hope. I think that's a terrible idea. I'll vote for Joe.
No, you're right. That's right. That's right.
One of the two. But like, I think that's a really bad idea if that's what he's gearing up to do. But it's more likely as simple as he moved to a part of New Jersey that I think is far away. Like it's a pain in the ass for him to come in every Monday night, and he has all this other stuff going on in his life. So it's weird. And Lewis talks about this all the time, where if you listen to that show, you listen to them when they had nothing, they weren't successful, and you watched them grow up, essentially. Like you watched their careers progress over time, and you were with them kind of every step of the way, more or less. And so it's cool to watch Dave graduate out of Legion of Skanks. It is sad. I personally think they should end the show as it's just call it something else now, because I don't think it's the Legion of Skanks anymore. And maybe, in 5 years they'll keep calling it Legion of Skanks and no one will think of it that way. Like it'll just a brand. And I get why they're going to keep calling it the Legion of Skanks. I think it is now, it has some level of brand recognition, and that's what advertisers are paying for and all that. But it's like, I don't know, it's weird to keep, because a lot of podcasts are going through this where it's like, this member left, we'll just keep going with a different person. But that's not the same show that people fell in love with. And Dave gets a lot of shit from fans. I read the comments sometimes, and people are like, "Oh, fucking another interruption by Dave, or Dave with another fucking dumb joke." I think Dave's great on that show, and I think he's very funny. I think he's great at analyzing Lewis, which is a big part of that show. I think of the people that are able to do Lewis voice, he's in the top 2 or 3. But I really think he adds a lot on that show. He's very quick and funny, and has chimes in with these little lines that I think often add a lot to that show. And I think he gives perspective in a way that Jay and Lewis don't necessarily. So I think that is a massive switch. Like, he wouldn't go along with a lot of the bits that Jay and Lewis would participate in. So as like a foundational part of the show, maybe it'll be more or less the same. But I think he will be missed on that show, and it's a bummer. It's not a lot of shows last 15 years. Like, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, I was bummed out to hear that, and it was sad.
Second acts are an opportunity, though, Mike. There's this little band called Pink Floyd.
Sure.
They had this singer, Syd Barrett, and they were kind of like psychedelic Beatles-esque, and everyone thought like they were going to be the next thing. The guy did a bunch of acid and like blew his mind out. And they're like, "Hey, let's get another guy in here, see how this works. We'll still call ourselves Pink Floyd."
Yeah.
They brought in, ironically, another guy named Dave and David Gilmour, and now Pink Floyd is the greatest band of all time. So that second act actually can be something. So I'd say you wait around a little bit, hang on to the name, see how Blind Mike works out as chair 3, and go from there.
Yep, vote for Blind Mike for Legion of Skanks.
I appreciate the people that were tagging me. Lewis tweeted out, "If we replace Dave, who should it be?" And a few people did tag me, which I appreciate. I said I'll consider it. I tweeted, I'm weighing my options right now, but I will consider it. But yeah, they said they're going to start rotating third person in. I think if they didn't bring back Real Ass Podcast, it would have just been Zach Amico.
Zach
probably.
Amico makes the most sense, right?
Yeah, I think it definitely would have been Zach, but that would kind of ruin Real Ass Podcast now. I think Colin Terrell is the best option, probably. My theory for a while, so it's been rumored that Dave was going to leave for a long time because of the success of Part of the Problem and like the debates that he does that get crazy attention and all of that. Just his involvement in politics. People have been like, well, he's going to leave Legion of Skanks behind eventually. I really thought, so Steve Renazizi has been on the show, it feels like a lot lately. And it kind of makes sense, like he would fit the Dave role, sort of. So I thought they were kind of maybe grooming him to be Dave's replacement, but they didn't say anything like that, so I don't know. But we'll see. Colin Terrell would be my pick, but I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna try and get in there.
My pick is this underground hot New York comic one, Ray DeVito. That'd be fun.
That'd be fun as well, yeah.
You got Dan Soder and maybe another very big special guest coming in for your last show with the audience here.
And then we're going to do a final episode where it belongs. We've actually evicted the people who live in Lewis's old apartment. We're going back there.
Yeah. It was easier than you think.
Yeah, so they're gonna have like a big show next week with Soder, and I don't know if Ari is back, but I assume friends of the show will be part of it in some form or fashion, and then they're doing an episode, just the 3 of them, the following week, which is the way to do it. I think that's smart planning on their part, because you get both. You get the big send off and then a more intimate goodbye.
All right, what's next? More of that.
Yeah, let's hear a little more about what their plan is, I guess.
Look, Dave, we love you. We're doing some more shows, a couple more shows together. But we fucking love you. This is, it sucks to watch you go because
the show's continuing, by the way.
the Legion of Skanks is continuing, obviously, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do in the future, obviously, with the show. But we love you. And when Dave told me initially that he was going to do it, it wasn't like I'm just proud of you. That's the truth.
Oh yeah,
I'm proud of what you've done and what you've grown to. It's pretty incredible.
Well, thank you very much.
So,
guys, this feels like everyone's being too sullen right now. Second big announcement, keep us close to the hip. Third mic, Shane Gillis. Yeah! We're riding to the top.
no, but seriously, we fucking love you, dude. And obviously, Dave's coming out to Skankfest this year. He's still part of the family, still part of the Skanks family. He'll
Getting
still
paid
guest-
way less.
Way less.
Oh, it's going to really hit you right in the pocket, Steve.
But we fucking, yeah, dude, it's not bittersweet. It's just, ultimately I'm really sad. When you create something with somebody, it means a lot. And, it sucks to watch you go. But I am very happy that you've grown so large and
You
so
give your
successful.
fucking speech next week, you weirdo.
No, we're gonna have a funny show next week, and I'll
Not
probably
me,
do
dude.
this-
I'm going to fucking give a tearjerker at the end. 25 minutes, three
No,
turns of a
the-
notebook page.
The last show. No, the last show we do at my place. I'm assuming it'll be a much
You're gonna
different
fall
tone.
to pieces.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No way, dude.
Dude, you're going to fall to pieces. That's why you want to do it in private.
No way.
And Luth will cry, most likely, but which makes sense. It's a sad thing in a weird way. It sounds weird to say, like, oh, Legion of Skanks is ending. It's a bummer, but like it is. That's part of people's lives, and like what Skankfest is for a lot of people, and what that show is for a lot of people. Like that, it reminds me because we shit on podcasts or make fun of them or whatever. But for a lot of people, this stuff like gets them through weird times of their life or just boring times of their life or whatever. So like some of these shows do mean stuff to people. So like it is nice every once in a while when you get like an emotional goodbye to Dave Smith or something like that. It warms your heart. It's not always negative, which is nice. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they want. I guess another reason they can't change the name is like Skankfest would feel weird without Legion of Skanks existing, Mm-hmm. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do. Maybe we'll cover it if anything insane happens. But goodbye to Dave Smith. I think he was an underrated part of that show. Now, like them continuing with Jay and Lewis is fine. As podcasts go, it'll be fine. Like they're not. I don't know how much of a beat they'll really skip without Dave. Like it'll be okay. But he is a big part of that show that will be missed in a lot of ways, I think. I don't think it's as big as Lewis or Jay leaving, but it is like the show is the three of them. So any semblance of that going away is definitely a departure.
It'd be like if Krager's left. Like there's an institutional knowledge of
He's not even
everything.
here right now.
I know, but left for good. Like
He's not here most weeks.
but he has 5 years of knowledge of you and the stuff you've been through, and that's like irreplaceable.
I gotta be honest, I don't think he does. I think I don't even know if Craig like listens to the show when he's on. I think if you asked him something about me, he wouldn't get it really. If you were like, "What's Mike's last name?" He's like, "Ah, fuck, I knew this. Damn it."
Well, he's a busy guy. He's got millions of silver hairs to indoctrinate over there. That's
right.
So,
That's
we
right.
got
Yay,
super chats. All right, we got some super chats here. This one's actually giggle fuckery. Gifted one blind Mike membership. Thank you, giggle fuckery.
Thank you, buddy.
Thanks,
You can
Giggle
check out.
Fuckery.
You can check out the history of Kill Tony is up for members right now for Why Are You Laughing, and I think we are going to release an old members only video for Why Are You Laughing the following week. I think a Howard Stern related. So if you want to get in on that early, feel free.
It's the best member channel on YouTube.
There's no way that's true.
So much content. Yeah, it is.
It is.
Well,
So
thanks.
much. It's really good. And Bobby Pockets coming in with $10. Big shouts out to DJ Electra. By the way, are you still making that deck of cards?
What does that mean? Are you doing that? Are you doing something like that?
I am making a deck of cards with people from YouTube on them, and we're going to have them printed.
People from YouTube.
Yeah,
That's
like
a little vague.
different people. You can buy a card for $10.
What does that mean though? Like Mr. Beast, or who are people from YouTube?
People that we know, people that are in chats with us, and
More Jake Hudsons than Mr. Beast.
yeah,
More towards
not
that
exactly
end of the
Mr.
spectrum.
Beast, not the famous people, just the real people.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. Get yourself a deck of cards with a bunch of weirdos on it. I like it.
I'm making a card of you, Casey.
No.
At Red473-Furmom, I'll miss Dave's Lewis impression. They should get Soder and just make Legion of Skanks old school bonfire, but with Lewis.
Yeah, Soder would be the ideal replacement. I don't think he'll do it. I don't think he's going to commit to every Monday night doing that. Or I guess twice a week they do it with Gas Digital. But yeah, I don't think they'll get Soder, unfortunately. But yeah, like Dave's Lewis impression alone is going to be missed on that show. So yeah, there's gonna be elements of it that will never be replaced.
Nice blind Mike-sized hole left over there in the Legion of Skanks. I wonder who we're going to fit in there.
That's right.
I actually put you in the Legion of Skanks for the intro. I put you in their picture, and you looked good. You fit well.
Well, thank you.
At Dawn Fried Chicken for $4.99. Dave should have Craig on part of the problem to discuss these backward age of consent laws, or whatever Craig calls them.
That's true. Yes, Dave will be going to pave his own roads now, which is very exciting. He should have Craig. Craig has a lot of big ideas. At Craig VGS on Twitter, if you want to hear what's really going on in the world, guys.
Will you be listening to Dave if it's a political show?
I don't listen to Part of the Problem regularly, but he is one of, if there's something I care to check out, he's one of the people I would listen to, yeah.
Okay, so it's a respected voice in politics that you listen to.
Yeah, that's the other thing is like people like would shit on Dave and say for a comedian he's very smart. You know what I mean? Like for a guy on Legion of Skanks, he's a very smart guy. Like people call him this like pseudo intellectual and he thinks he's smarter than he is. Maybe some of that's true if you're comparing him to some of the real brilliant minds in America. But for a comedian, he's very smart, and like you see him go up against other people in media. I always recommend that debate he did against Chris Cuomo. He decimated him on the COVID stuff, like destroyed him. And that's a guy, and I'm not saying people trusted Chris Cuomo necessarily, but that he was on CNN, a part of the media that for years you thought you were getting like real information and real news, and you have this podcaster just fucking destroy him in a debate.
It showed you the power of roast comedy, right? Like used in a way that's not just in comedy. Like if you use roast comedy on our political people, they don't know how to handle it. They crumble, they fold.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, Dave, it's more like it wasn't even really comedy. Like Dave's just destroying him with information, which is
that's roast comedy. That's using information to just undermine every point you make. And comedians have an inside track on that. I think a little bit. Here we go. Two more here.
John Gilligan, 4935, checking in. Craig rules still in effect?
Always, even when he's out of the country. They apply here. They don't apply in international waters.
Mm-hmm. Even when he's in the ground, we have to protect future generations.
Yes.
All right, last one here.
And 1995 Gil for $4.99. Happy daylight savings. Great LOS analysis.
Thank you, buddy. Always. I appreciate it. And, like I said, there's a history of Legion of Skanks episode if you want to go check that out on Why Are You Laughing?
Mike, one thing we forgot to mention, and a big congratulations to our buddy and friend of the show, Army Major, for winning his Democratic primary. Did you hear about this? Richard Ojeda, he won his Democratic primary. He's going to be going up a pretty tough Republican there in the Carolinas, but he won by like 50%. The next closest one had like 20%. So he smoked him.
Woo! Congratulations.
So let's see. If Richard gets in 2026, there's still a chance he could run for president in 2028. If we could get Catalano, Dave Smith, and Richard Ojeda on that debate stage, that'd really be
the dream team. The dream team right there. I don't know who I'd vote for because I love me some Ojeda. Oh, that is something the Democratic Party has needed for a long time.
Yeah.
It's Ojeda.
He sure is.
Curb stomping. I can't wait. Bring it to the White House. All right.
What's unfortunate about Ojeda's congressional run, though, a lot tamer.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
got to
Kirby
be.
fools these days, you know? It's
No.
it's disappointing.
It's like when they put the leash on Trump a little bit. Like, just shut up for 2 months and let us win this thing. Then you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. Time for another person, Mike, who just says whatever the fuck they want with no disregard. Lil Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney Cummings is, well, she's finally addressing some of the backlash. Whitney Cummings went to Riyadh, which seemed hypocritical given her stance on feminism and some of the stuff she said about Chris D'Elia and for all kinds of reasons. It felt out of character, and it felt like maybe she had some answering to do. Then she came back and said, "Oh, well, if you criticize me, you're all racist, I guess." And then the next week was like, no, I didn't mean you. You're not racist. I meant someone else. I wasn't talking about you guys. So she's at a weird kind of run, and people have noticed her spiraling. In spite of this, she hosts the biggest podcast in the world. Millions of views every week. It's it's impressive the rocket ship to the moon that she is on in terms of views. And she finally, by God, said, I got to address some of this hate that I'm getting. I got to address the haters here. People are criticizing me, and I'm going to give them the what for. So she goes about it in she addresses this head on. She tackles it in an adult way. Let's see the format of this week's Ask Me Anything on Whitney Cummings' podcast.
I am here with a legend, a brilliant athlete, a physical Adonis and God, Pat Fogarty. Welcome to the program.
Misdirect. Nice.
We also have my fiance, Chris Covercall, who is here today because, Pat, I've been a little stuck creatively, haven't I?
You.
No.
Oh. Never disagree with me.
Guy, what a dud this guy is. Every time we play, this guy shows he is a complete. I almost have to give Whitney credit because she's working with nothing. Like, he is a fucking zilch on this podcast. Pat Fogarty, or whatever his name is. He offers she turns to him and he gives her fucking nothing.
A little no and for the show.
No, like he's like, I always agree with her, but this is kind of self-deprecating. What do I do here? And he manages to fumble it yet again.
I think so.
Okay. I think that the Epstein stuff is so all-consuming, and I'm trying to do an episode that is not about Jeffrey Epstein and the new file.
Hold on. Whitney, you have been the voice that we've all turned to for this Epstein coverage. It's really put a nice focus up because when the Epstein files dropped, there was such chaos. People didn't know what to make of it. All these names are floating around and there's accusations being made. And we said, we need someone to lead us through this trying time. And then we all turned to Whitney and said, what does Whitney think about the Epstein files? Maybe she could guide us. It's so crazy to me that she considers herself the voice for Epstein coverage. She's like, I know you guys are coming here every week going, Whitney, what do you think about Epstein? But my God, I've got to take a week. I've got to take a week for myself, just for my own mental health. It can't be night and day work, which, by the way, I'm sure she's putting tireless work in, pouring through these files, just getting to the bottom of what exactly happened with Jeffrey Epstein. I'm sure she's added a lot of things that people didn't really know before. So it's good for her to take a break, finally.
We have Ashley Cummings in the chat with some laughy faces. So she is enjoying the content.
I suspected it. I forget when I was clipping these, I was like, oh, Ashley might enjoy this week because there's some things that feel that's the other thing. I did think of Ashley while I was clipping these because I was like, her family is like melted. Like there's family troubles on the internet. Her career is in this turmoil over like not even the Riyadh stuff, the way she responded to it, like all caused by her own actions. And she's like, I know what you guys are thinking. Is Whitney going to talk about Epstein for the fourth week in a row? And the answer is no. But let's see what she replaces that Epstein coverage with. I think it's a really good idea.
That are, don't worry, check my TikTok. I'm not tapping out.
Good. Thank God.
All right. I just feel that it should only be consumed in like 60-second increments once a day instead of like a marathon of me talking about the trap.
When we heard Colin's take on Epstein, I said, I wish more ignorant comedians would get in on this. I wish more people would do a half-assed job looking into this and just pour every thought they have onto the internet. So it's good she's doing that at least.
I want an Epstein take, but with more arm flailing. Can you do that for me? Is that possible?
By the way, have an Epstein take. Like, talk about Jeffrey Epstein. But, if you're going to either talk about it ignorantly, like be ignorant and open about it, or like actually do some work. Like do some research and talk about it knowledgeably. What Whitney does is just this half-assed thing where she's like, I mean, who knows what's true these days, right, guys? Like, the internet is so crazy with all this information. It's like there's no work put into it. It's just it's idiocy is what you're listening to if you turn to her for Epstein coverage.
Door that goes to the ocean. So I have Chris Cole on the podcast today, and we're gonna do like a speed round of questions from the internet. Just pause and be human beings this episode. Don't you think? You know what, Chris? I think now that we're engaged, we should get to know each other.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good for her. She's saying we're going to take questions from the internet. So I'm going to you people. And I'm saying, because Whitney's talked about the trolls and, all the shit she deals with online. And she's finally saying, you know what? I'm going to face these people head on and I'm going to see what their concerns are. I got to applaud her. We were criticizing her, but I got to say, hats off to you, Whitney. Kudos. Excellent idea. And I think a good response, this is what I've been saying Bill Burr should do. Just respond to this stuff head on. I think that's smart. And it will, it'll give these trolls nothing to talk. I'll tell you this. It'll shut a lot of these trolls up if she's able to tackle this stuff in a way that's real and truthful.
So she's replacing the Epstein coverage with answering questions about herself?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay.
And by the internet, you mean the questions that I thought up while sitting over there.
Well,
damn it. All right, hold on. Wait a second. Shit. I really thought she was going to turn to Instagram and YouTube and say, what do the people really want to know about? And instead, it's going to be her husband's question. Oh, am I grumpy in the morning? I can't wait to hear this. That's a really good idea because whenever I'm with a couple, I think I'd like to hear more of this hilarious banter. The chemistry that these two have, I wish I could bottle that up and take it with me and put it in my ears and play it all day. When I'm at work or driving, I wish I could just have some of that banter that these two have. And that's what Whitney and Chris Cole are giving us. By the way, like her husband's what, a skateboarder or something?
Professional skateboarder.
Yeah, this is not a man who I've thought, what are the burning questions inside of him? He's got to be a skilled interviewer. I can't wait to hear how he's going to hold Whitney's feet to the fire.
What was his best year?
That's a good
like
question.
1998.
Yeah.
You know what? My plan was to get questions from like Instagram and stuff, but sometimes when I do that, people are like, "Oh, so we're writing your show for you?" It's like, yes.
I think people would be very excited. By the way, people say that like, taking questions is lazy, which it is. It is to a degree. It's like, oh, I don't have anything prepared. I'm just going to take questions. But it can also be like insightful. If you answer the things that the fans of your show are genuinely curious about, particularly when you've been hiding from them for about 6 months, that could be really interesting. And it could, shed a light on things that some of your fans never really thought of and that people were criticizing you wrongly for. Like, that could be really interesting. Whitney has used it as an opportunity to do nothing. She's like, let's do the lazy thing, but also get rid of the interesting part. We'll make it lazy, but here's the catch. We're going to make it completely boring as well. What if we did that?
A twofer.
Yes, and that's where Chris Cole comes in.
I am.
So you're going to ask some questions. Pat's going to ask some questions.
But I had them in mind. I was like, what
would people want to know?
Yeah. I listen to this show.
Well, people.
I like this show.
Oh.
This is actually kind of a catch-22 for me because I'm not going to have this show to listen to because I was on it. So I'm
Aw.
going to know it.
How great would it be? You can tell by the fact of how I set up these clips. This is not the case. Spoiler. How great would it be if he's like, I'm a listener of this show, so I ask what the fans want. How fucking dare you preach to us about feminism and go to Riyadh? How do you respond to that, Whitney? You're like, whoa, geez,
That would have been great.
this is very real. Oh my God. But no, sadly, I don't know. You guys might be ahead of me on this. Sadly, Chris Cole does not ask a lot of the pressing, for whatever reason. He's a fan of the show, but a lot of the questions that we would ask or people on YouTube would ask, they didn't pop into his head, unfortunately.
So Ashley Cummings put a chat in here, but it did not go through because of the YouTube doesn't like some of the words in it. But I will read it because it is pertinent to the discussion here. Ashley Cummings Yoga says, I think this is talking about the boyfriend or the husband skating.
Get to it, goddammit.
Fiance.
Fiance. I think you don't like my hesitation.
Why is it? What did Ashley Cummings say? Why does this take you so much setup? Read it.
I think most of his skating sponsors stopped him years ago. She said he retired 15 years ago before he was discovered to be a wife beater and abuser. So,
we have no idea.
that's
Well,
why
I made a whole
we
video
paused.
on it, Mike. I don't know if you ever watched that video I sent you about his ex-wife. That is.
Yeah, and again, we have no clue. Maybe it was a thing I didn't bring up on the show because I'm not qualified to accuse people of these things. And maybe there's a reason YouTube censored it. But I'm glad we took 40 minutes talking about these allegations. We have no idea if they're true or not. But I will say this, to Ashley's point, that's out there a lot. Like, a lot of people say that Whitney is like covering up for her husband. I'll say this, the allegations are definitely real. Like, those allegations are out there.
Yeah.
So that's a thing that would come up a lot in this. People would say, "Hey, why are you? You pretend to be this feminist, and you're for women having a voice and Me Too and all that stuff, and yet you're covering up this story about your husband." Like I said, I don't have any idea if it's true. That'll never come up in this, because of the way she's skirted around it, or even just the idea that Whitney Cummings' sister is in my chat right now, trying to say that. You know what I mean? Like, that's an interesting thing to me. Hey, Whitney, talk about your relationship with your sister, but that's never going to come up because of the way that she presented this. Like, hey, my husband is going to ask me about my morning voice.
Right. Well, she's already said that she's censoring her chats now and deleting the ones that are negative and all that. So it's not like she's going to answer real questions from real chatters.
Yeah, exactly.
Which brings us to the segment here. Fans want to know.
Okay, well, let's hear what's burning up inside the Whitney Cummings Reddit and YouTube comments. Whitney, you gotta answer this. Come on, Chris, get this question to her. What did he think, man? Let me put my fan hat on here. What are the people dying to know?
Go. We're going to just do questions. Okay. I've been getting some messages and comments that are like, let's do the Q&A episodes that we used to do back in the day. Q&A, what do you want to know about me? Okay. I'll answer anything.
Okay.
Except my body count. Chris, go.
Whitney Cummings, what are you scared of?
Ooh, that's a great question. Eye contact and monogamy.
Okay. Finish this.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. What am I scared of? Like, actually?
Yeah, what are you scared of?
Actually, it used to be eye contact. I've worked on it.
Okay. I need to do that.
Sorry?
I need to work on that.
It's
maybe.
Because in a way, she is answering this question. In a weird way, it's like, oh, all the questions that I won't answer, I guess, is what I'm scared of. Because question number one is this James Lipton style interview that he's decided to put on. Whitney, what's your favorite curse word? What are you scared of? Like, what a completely boring, thoughtless question. And so that sets the tone for what this is going to be. Whitney, what's your favorite color? Like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, it's not even like their inside talk where they have like pet names for each other. This is just boring.
Yeah.
This is where Whitney is wrong to say like, oh, yeah, haha, we're doing the laziest thing possible. We're going to play a clip of Brendan SCHAUB later reading fan questions. And I give Brendan credit because he's reading a question that you would think maybe he would want to avoid, you know? Like getting into that stuff actually is interesting because unless you go to fan questions or comments, they would never really come up naturally. But what they've decided to do is a lazy episode with no thought put into it, and this who gives a fuck, let's flirt with each other for 40 minutes while my fucking dumb producer sits there and adds absolutely nothing.
Don't have to call us dumb, Mike. We're here to
Oh
help.
no, I put myself in Whitney's shoes there.
Yes and no. For me, my problem is that I didn't make eye contact and I didn't realize I was one of the people that looked at people's foreheads or the side of their eye. And I realized because men would always get self-conscious. I thought I was looking at them in the eye, but I was looking like here.
Right.
And they'd always be like, what? Like what? And so I had to practice. I worked with this woman to try to learn how to make eye contact. And
LA is not a serious place.
Why is
Mike.
that funny? What was like, I mean, I'll say that like that's I'm sure maybe a real problem she had that she wasn't making eye contact, like she wasn't connecting with people. They're like, oh, Whitney, you've done it again, you card. Oh my god, they're laughing like she's being hilarious. And by the way, I'm sure Whitney had a lot of problem with men when she was younger. I'm sure that was her real, like men just wouldn't talk to her. I think that's definitely why she got to where she is in her career, because men were like, oh, this dumb bitch, who has the time for her?
Hey, we're not.
He's loving that answer.
You got to. If you're signed up for the Whitney train, you gotta laugh hard.
Well, it's gonna be such a treat for him, I imagine, because he's a fan. You know, he gets to be in there like, oh my god, so many fans wish they could be sitting right here. He looks at the views and he's like, I'm one of 2.3 million people that are loving this podcast right now.
Literal small country watching us right now. My ego is enormous. Hard hitting is the next one.
Okay, all right. Well, that's how you do it. If you're a skilled interviewer, you lull them into a false sense of security. You're like, okay, I'm going to ask the dumb question first. But it's not going to be all completely useless, thoughtless questions that Whitney could have just asked herself, and you don't have to have this vapid nothing on the show to add just utter he's adding sound. There's not a thought coming out of his mouth. That was all to fool us, because now he's going to start hitting us hard with the real questions.
When you picture happiness, where are you in the picture?
in like location
You
wise?
picture happiness.
Yeah.
Where are you in the picture?
Virginia.
I'm in Riyadh among Saudi princes who are showering me with money
and feces.
And they're reading me the rules that I have to obey in order to collect my earnings for this week. I'm talking to my business partners in Saudi Arabia. That is my happy place.
Didn't even ask where your happy place is. It's like the way he asked it was weird. Like, where are you when you're happy? What?
Where are you when you're happy? And you're right. It's a stereotype of LA. When people think like that's the when people think of I have a buddy that lives in New Jersey and his family's in New Jersey and they live in a very nice area and we've visited them and it's beautiful. They have nice beaches and it's a lovely place. And I always think, boy, you hear this terrible reputation about New Jersey. You know, you drive through New Jersey, it fucking stinks. You hear how shitty New Jersey is, there's all these cliches. And when you're there, you realize maybe it's not so bad. These two paint the picture of Los Angeles. Oh no, America, you are correct about us. Everything you think of LA or Hollywood or whatever it is, you're stereotyping, we are that, 100%.
She just said, I hired a lady to help me look at people in the eye. Like in Detroit, you can go, Cleveland, they don't have people like that you can hire to do simple, stupid things like that. On the converse hand, Mike, there are more blue-collar like warehouse and manufacturing jobs in Los Angeles County than all of Michigan, Wisconsin, and those states combined.
I'm sure. I'm sure this is not 100% of the people, but it is. This is
none
so,
of them.
This is so LA. What we think of as LA to be like, oh, I'm going to be vulnerable right now. I can't make eye contact with people, while people at home are screaming, "Why did you call us racist? What? Why did you think that would work as a response to the Riyadh stuff? How about the Beige Frequency documentary that just came out about you?" Which, unfortunately, I did watch, and Beige Frequency does a great job. Unfortunately, it took him like 3 months to make, but he kind of said all the same stuff that a lot of people have been saying for months. So I just wish he released it earlier. But he does do a good job, of course. He really takes down Bill Burr, was his main focus. But he talks about Whitney and Chappelle and Andrew Schultz as well.
Like,
What's it look like?
A photo.
Describe it. What's it look like?
I'm with Pinto paint horses. I'm with.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt, Ashley. That's gotta hurt. She mentioned horses right there. Ouch.
I was just thinking of this. Do you think Ashley just shows up here every week to be like, are they talking about Whitney? Like, I can't imagine she's enjoying the other content.
No, I
She's
think
here for
she
the
is a
skanks.
fan of the content.
Oh, thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, she's got a sense of humor, unlike this one, unfortunately.
Mustangs, like wild Mustangs, or abused racehorses that I've rescued, and Clydesdales that were pulling carriages, and I'm like building trust with them. I'm earning their trust.
Yes. Unlike you people at home, there are things in this world that I try to gain their trust. Just none of you. I don't care about any of you watching this. But animals, I try and earn their trust.
Things I own, I try to control. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where are you?
I pictured the same thing.
Oh, he is so
Wow,
soft.
that
my
really
God.
sucked.
Who could possibly give a fuck? First of all, with it, like if you're watching, you are watching. You have to at least have to give Whitney this. If you're watching this podcast, you're watching for Whitney, and she has the instinct to be like, "Chris, what's inside of you?" And he proves nothing. I got nothing going on up here. Nothing rattling around in his brain.
Whatever you say, sweetie. Did I say that right? Are we okay? Or should I punch you? What should I do?
Just pitiful.
I have two settings, pussy and punch. Which one? All right, Brave is the next one here.
Okay, all right. This is where we really get into some. Whitney's taking a stance here, and we're finally going to learn what's been eating her up. She's going to let us have it. The critics, she's finally going to address some of this stuff. And she does it in a very brave way, I imagine.
You know what? I actually picture all the PDF files that are currently active. Can I say curb stomped?
I think, yeah, I don't think that would trigger anything. Not since the late 90s.
Yeah. I picture all of us taking a turn with, what are the things they use to get fish? And we each get to take a turn.
A gaff.
A gaff and stab
Yeah.
them all.
Yeah.
Each one time.
That's so brave, Whitney. Wow. This title was, this clip was correctly titled. That really is brave of her. She doesn't like pedophiles. Oh, man. She thinks they're bad for society.
And she's learned how to treat them from her Saudi friends. Apparently,
what a horrific politician answer. By the way, this is still the question: what's your happy place?
It is.
The horses wasn't good. They're like, no. In all seriousness, what's my happy place? I wish there were no fucking pedophiles on this earth, man. Let's get rid of them. And you know what else? Here's what makes me happy. If we solve world hunger. Oh, wow, Whitney. That's a really good idea. Not an ounce of thought into how you solve the problem. Let's just get rid of them, man. Get rid of the pedophiles. That's a really interesting thought, Whitney, that no one else has had before. Get rid of the pedophiles. Now that you say it, you do care about the Epstein files. Wow. I thought she was yanking our chain before. I thought she was like, I'll talk about the Epstein files, but do I really care about getting pedophiles off this earth? Not really. And then when she was asked what's her happiest play, where is she when she's happy? And she said, getting rid of the fucking pedos, man. Let's get rid of these chomos. Get them out of here. There's no place in this world for child abuse. The cheers cascade around the country as Whitney has the guts to say what we are only capable of thinking. Never could we say that out loud. Like, hey, this child molestation stuff, that's actually bad. And Whitney has freed me. Now I can say that out loud. Finally, I can say, Craig, knock it off. What you're doing is wrong. And she has given me the strength to do that. Thank you, Whitney.
She's a hero.
Yeah.
It must be said.
That's what I picture when I picture happiness.
Most memorable trapper keeper in the 80s.
Whoa!
Okay, I wanted to leave that in because it really shows the utter uselessness of this man. At least, like, where are you when you're happy? It might get an answer. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she'll be real for a second and say something interesting that we haven't heard before. Now she proved that not to be true, but like, there's a chance of that. And then he moves on to like, remember trapper keepers, man? And their relationship is so void of anything interesting that her reaction is, whoa! You just blew my fucking mind, man. Trapper keepers. Remember those guys? Like, that really defines being out of touch. When you just say, hey, remember a thing? And it's like, oh, man, you're fucking tripping me out, brother.
Yeah, and coming out of what she came out of into that, to that death dedication there.
Right.
Too sincere. This is the next one.
Okay, all right. Now this is where we get it finally. There's going to be some tears shed. We're all going to owe Whitney an apology. This is where we start to get real on this podcast finally.
If you could get serious for a minute and give the world lovingly advice, what would it be?
No, thank you. Get a prenup.
Oh, you rascal. Whitney, can you put the comedy down for a second? Can you ever stop being so hilarious, Whitney, and get real with us for a minute?
He didn't write these questions, did he? She wrote them for sure.
Yes,
I think
100%.
100%.
Or he has not a fucking thought or backbone inside of that skin.
And you can tell that they actually have probably pretty interesting conversations, because if she's bringing up prenup, she's talking about, you're not getting my money, you little skateboarder. Like, there could be funny conversations going on between these two, but we're not going to get it.
His conversations start with why I oughta.
Yes.
I wouldn't get anything
To
out
the
of
moon.
that. I tried. Hey, everybody that like wants it, I tried.
I feel like I do this all the time. I feel like
Hold on. Rewind that. What an asshole. The gall to turn to us and go, hey, for all of you that want anything real out of this podcast, like, Whitney's been the subject of a lot of comedy and podcast focused conversations lately. And this guy has the gall to go, what are you serious about, man? These are conversations that you have like the first time you smoke weed, you know? Like, where are you when you're happy, brother? Like, these are just completely valueless. Like, when you think you're being deep, when you're a fucking child, these are the kind of thoughts that you have. And then he turns to us and says, well, guys, I tried to get something real out of her. Yeah, what a tremendous effort. I hope you didn't break a sweat.
Didn't get anything out of that. I tried. Hey, everybody that like wants it, I tried.
I feel like I do this all the time. I feel like I do it too much.
Never.
I feel like I'm way too sincere on this show.
Yeah.
No?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, look, the problem is that all of the loving advice, I think, is a sham. Like,
You know what I think is really sincere?
Real with me. I have to take my headphones off. She's getting too real. I don't like it.
You know what I think is sincere? Is her bouncing up and down on her bouncy chair.
Yeah, you can't see it, Mike, but she is. It's annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah.
She's incredibly sincere, and every time we play clips of her, I'm like, God, I have to do some personal inventory now, because she's really made me take stock in my own life. Stop getting so goddamn real with us, Whitney. It's pain. It's hard to take. She started with, I didn't realize it was going to get more real than child molesters are bad.
Trapper keeper's good.
Once you hit that level of reality, I think, it's too much. It's too much for one day. And then she's like, nah, man, that's just how I am. I'm always that real. Meanwhile, there's a thing she's actively avoiding every week to a comical extent. Like her and Bill Burr are sprinting away from the one thing that makes them interesting. Which, by the way, keep an eye out for Bill Burr news. I may have puppet mastered something. We'll see. We'll see if it comes to fruition or not, and then I won't be able to talk about it for 2 weeks. But we'll see.
Pre-promotion. We like.
Yeah,
that.
we'll see if something pans out. But you have these two people that were at the center of something very interesting, and were really the only ones that felt the need to respond to it, but did it in such a completely dishonest way that it turned like their fan base again. Like people that were actually fans of them stopped being that because of their response to this massive storyline, and they've just done such a horrible job going about it. And then to avoid that line of questioning, and then get on your podcast and go, you know what my biggest problem is? I'm too sincere. That's like a job interview when you're like, I guess I work too hard if I had to say something bad about myself.
Ashley Cummings Yoga coming in here with a line that I think just sums it up. My sister is the coldest person I have ever known. It's intense and sad.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know anything about their family history, but it does seem. Would you say sincere is the word that defines her, Ashley? I'm not finding that, but I'm only a listener. You know.
Sincerely gaslighting.
Nice. Got her ass.
It's like here's what you would expect. Love yourself. Not if you're a monster. I think people love themselves too much these days. I think people are just be gentle on yourself. I think everyone should be a little harder on themselves, in fact.
Okay, but you're only talking to the people that aren't hate watching the show.
Yeah, but it's YouTube.
What embarrassing moments still haunt you?
Oh my God.
Like, what's the one?
All right, here it is. Let's go. Finally, a segue into something that could be real. Let's hear what the answer is. We'll get to, in a moment, we'll get back to him clearly acknowledging that this was only to satiate YouTube trolls. But let's hear what our answer. Finally, we're going to get some of the real here.
One, well, when we kissed for the first time and you used your teeth, that was...
Okay, so nothing. Damn it. Sorry, guys.
He is a tooth kisser. That is, I'm going to file that away.
It's so... sorry, is the clip done? We'll finish that.
Yep, that's it.
It's so transparent that the reason they're doing this is because it's like a fuck you to the people that have... maybe we're doing what they want where we react to it, because you forget people see this as like hate. You know, they see the channels that cover comedy and they're like, oh, they're just hateful trolls. They're miserable in their own lives, and that's why they do this. When in reality, like, I'm a fan of comedy and podcasts, and when one is particularly dishonest, it amuses me. I find it hilarious that Whitney has gone through this approach, and baffling. I'll say it amuses me and it baffles me at the same time. And what he gave away there when he's like, oh, that's just for the people hate watching on YouTube. That was a little nod to the idea that it's like, oh, if we don't answer their questions, they're going to be so fucking pissed. This is a middle finger to all of them. We've ruined their day. When in reality, I mean, maybe that's true for some. I'm not going to speak for everyone on in the YouTube comments. But for my own personal reasons, I find it just wild that you're willing to do this to your career for the sake of, I don't know, annoying me and other people that make videos like this. Like, that's the direction of where your career is going now. A middle finger to the haters. That's what's bizarre to me.
Yeah, and Ashley says, I'm not talking trash, I'm just speaking facts. So she just wanted to...
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And she's rapping.
Would it be interesting to talk to... My thing with Ashley Cummings is, like, there's so obviously a family rivalry there that I don't know... I don't know what's real, so I don't want to get in the middle of some, like, just fuck you thing. that, you know, in 6 months they end up getting over it and it's like, oh, none of that was real. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't know. But I'd be curious to hear some of Ashley Cummings' experience.
Ashley could appear on the BT8 show and be grilled by the crew. I think that might be fun. Might be a fun way to do it.
Let's not sully the good name of BTH. That's for a very specific thing. We can have her on this show, maybe.
Okay. Secretly Nice is the next one.
Oh, well, speaking of Ashley Cummings, she's probably going to love this. This is maybe her biggest flaw. This is what do people really not know about you, Whitney? What if you wish you could get one message out to the world?
Take a seat, Ashley. We don't want you falling down on this one.
I tell people who say, I love her, that they only know 10% of why they should. Only 10% of how amazing you are. What don't you share with them that you think I'm speaking of?
Whoa.
You are right. Maybe she did write these because that is the reaction of someone who knew that question was coming.
Yes.
So gross.
It's true.
It's true.
When you say you don't know her, all the I keep it a secret that I'm nice. Everyone's like, you're the nice. I'm like, don't tell anyone about that.
I'm tough.
God forbid I be beloved.
I'm tough.
I think you're talking
It's
about.
just, it comes naturally to me for everyone to love me, and I fucking dampen it deep down. I say, you stay down there, niceness.
Out.
Dare come out. Oh, my natural instinct is to spread joy and cheer and merriment, but I can't let the people know that. It's my superpower.
My pathological caretaking. No, I think you're talking about like I really do get off on, not in a maternal way, but in like more of a service way. Doing little things like my dream is to be Santa Claus. That was my dream.
Yeah.
Like I just want to be Santa Claus. And it's like
Hello, Riyadh children. Were you naughty or nice this year?
a little gift or a little this or a little, vintage Eagles plate or what. Like if I see something that reminds me of you that I know would make you like happy, I get it for you and like hide it somewhere. And
But you do that for everybody.
Ashley, confirm this. Is she always giving you little trinkets?
She didn't steal those horses, Ashley. She's hiding them from you. It's a game. You're going to find them and be so happy.
I mean, this is crazy. What do you wish people could know? Oh, I wish they just knew how nice I was. But I remember I can't get that message out there, unfortunately.
These motherfuckers knew how nice I was. Oh,
I'm so secretly nice.
that's true.
Not just me.
That's true. I am broke.
Okay.
Little things like that, maybe. Oh, and then
that's gotta hurt too. She's broke. Ashley's in our chat saying she stole both parents' inheritances and she's over here saying she's broke. God damn, you're brutal. So nice.
A good response.
She's so nice. Oh my God.
Think of it this way, Ashley. You selfishly would have used that money to pay your bills. She's handing it out to people. Here's a few dollars, sir. Take my money.
You also might be talking about my relationship with birds and animals and stuff that I've never met.
What?
But I'm like, stop the car.
Oh.
We need to.
She's nursing birds. She's nursing birds back to health. She's helping random animals that she sees injured, which, by the way, I know I can't see, So maybe this is just jealousy coming out from me. Do you just notice animals on the side of the road that have a bum wing or a bad... Are there constant animal injuries all the time that you're like, oh, stop the car, I've got to nurse this thing back to health?
If you live in a rural area, I lived in Oregon, and we were flattening possums like 2 a day up there, so it can happen. What's that?
She lives in Los Angeles.
Yeah, no, nothing here. Cockroaches.
How many times have you had to stop the car so I could nurse a crow back to health? I'm guessing never. I would assume.
No, I live near the beach in Los Angeles, and there's nothing but birds over here, and I've never seen one that needed any of my help ever. So, no.
Well, does fucking Dr. Doolittle give us more about this this need, this just unquenchable thirst to please animals that she has?
Whitney, the friend of the crow is the next one. which is an amazing title.
We're gonna hear more about Whitney. Listen, people just don't get her, man. People don't understand what Whitney brings to the table. If only animals could talk, this message of her niceness could finally get out there.
And like, yeah, if I see a crow that I've been feeding and I drive
Boredom.
by, I can't imagine seeing your friend and driving by and not saying hi. It's like, to me, I'm generally like, stop by. I just need him to, you know, or I haven't seen.
Hello, Whitney. Did you take any blood money today? all the animals were excited when she got back from Riyadh.
This particular raven in a couple weeks, and I need him to re-update his software on my face so he knows I'm consistent and I didn't abandon him.
Yeah.
Whitney.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have to find food in my car, like wherever it is.
Oh, in Henry's hand.
Yeah, I pull food out of my son's mouth to give it to Crow.
Whitney, is that you? I haven't been nourished since the last time you drove by. Please, Whitney, do you have a Nature Valley bar, perhaps? I need nourishment, Whitney. No one else will stop to feed me. I'm just a pathetic crow that most humans don't give a second glance at. But you, Whitney, you have such compassion.
Here, quick, let me do an upload of your face. All right, now I remember you.
I will remember you forever, Whitney. I'll never forget the kindness that you've bestowed on me and my crow brothers here today. Thank you, Whitney.
They actually say that about crows. If you're nice to them, they'll remember your face. So maybe that's what she's doing.
Whitney, I pass to you the gift of flight. Now go. Go to Riyadh where you belong and spread joy. Spread the gift of laughter to the children of Riyadh, Whitney.
It's funny. They haven't talked about a second comedy special in Riyadh since the bomb started dropping. I wonder if they're going to do that. Whitney, you going to go back? Are you going to go back?
Iran needs to laugh.
Yes, they do.
I pull food out of my son's mouth to give it to Crow.
Oh,
You've eaten enough, boy. Let me feed the crow.
A great mother, too?
Oh, yes. Boy. It is such a shame. The animals of Los Angeles they're all hobbled. They've got those little crutches and neck braces. They're all limping around until Whitney gets back from her tour and she can feed them all.
They built a $1.5 billion crosswalk so animals can cross over the freeway, and Whitney's protesting it because she's supposed to save them all.
Is it a magical experience in Los Angeles when Whitney her flight lands and all the animals start singing?
It's like Snow White.
We eat today. We eat today. Finally, they can eat again, the animals.
Yeah, my cats have that spark of life in their eye when she lands. It's amazing.
Which, by the way, does it even help if... So, you see an animal on the side of the road, and you throw it a fucking Nutri-Grain bar. Is that helping the animal? Like,
No.
they're home. They're in the outdoors. They're where they get food already.
If you talk to any naturalist, they'll say you're actually doing a bad service because the animal gets used to humans, will come up to a bad human and then die.
Yeah, they don't eat processed food. They like to eat dead, rotting flesh and stuff, I thought.
Oh, stop. You guys are not secretly nice the way Whitney is. Stop penalizing
I'm
everybody.
not secretly nice, but I like this. Ashley Cummings says, she also pees in her backyard in front of her dogs, trying to teach them how to pee outside, which makes zero sense.
Ashley making a lot of unfounded allegations that I can't prove, but that is hilarious.
It's hilarious, though.
They're yard peers.
I'm picturing that. I'm picturing her peeing outside.
True, is it?
Why does a dog need to be taught how to pee outside? That makes no sense.
Yeah, they know how to piss. That's not the issue.
Wait, so they don't pee inside, so she doesn't pee inside either. That's amazing.
That's crazy. That's very funny.
All right. Got a few of these, Electra.
Yay, super chats.
Dub9 Raider coming in with $4.99. Mike, this is funny and all, but don't you think you should be focusing more on the Dabbleverse? I'd prefer more Karmic X discourse.
It'll happen, people.
We did. Well, we didn't talk about Karmic X, but we did Dabbleverse Live right here on this channel the other day. We will talk about Opie later. I don't know if that counts as the Dabbleverse, but we got some Opie stuff.
He's like Karmic's dad. I kind of look at it like that. It's the same vibe, same energy, just older and more out of touch.
Oh, is that right?
One more here.
Hillbilly Kidman 9686 coming in with $5. I laugh every time Electra says "dang lizard" and "box eating dad." I will hang up and listen.
Oh, Box Eating Dad's a great man. He's
Isn't
a
he, though?
long-time friend of the show.
And "dang lizard" is amazing too.
Yes, that's true.
Both
Got a
supporters of the show.
Yes.
Ooh, this is a great point right here.
Hamilton Burger. This is Whitney's audition for the Dave Smith chair.
I guess Lewis said she's not been returning his texts, so I think her days with the Legion of Skanks might be numbered. But
Well, it doesn't matter
They
because her
never start.
numbers trounce the Skanks. So
oh,
get
it's not
outta
even
here.
close. She's getting millions and millions of views. It's crazy what she's doing.
She's buying millions and millions of views. Colostomy Stephen Cunt. I re-listen to old Blind Mike projects now like I used to listen to old Opie and Anthony, especially the HACKRIDE saga.
It is quite an honor. What's the HACKRIDE saga? I didn't realize we went through one.
How he was terribly banned from the channel and then thrown off the internet forever.
Yeah,
But
how
you go-
soon you forget.
That was like 3 minutes of 6 different episodes. That's what he goes back and listens to.
Yes.
There's a saga, though.
It feels like it was from one of you two, but all right. Thank you.
No, that's a real person.
Electra Colostomy Stephen Cunt.
I'm
It's
not
proven.
Colostomy Stephen Cunt. I would never make that my name,
Well, thank you, pal.
even though cunt is my favorite word.
That is a high, genuinely, that is a high honor to hear, just to like, because that's what I do, is go back and listen to old radio and podcasts and shit like that. So I like hearing that.
Excellent. Me too. I love it.
1995 Gil. Hi, DJ Electra. Happy heart, smiley face. Happy heart, smiley face. Hi, 1995 Gil.
Thank you. We got one more here,
Thanks, Gil.
Colostomy Stephen Cunt with $4.99.
which we know is Electra. Go ahead.
It's not me. Apparently, Craig got fooled by a trickster last night.
Oh, is that
Really?
Oh no.
well? Where he went, put it this way, it's very popular. They make rubber nipples, and they have other things that people travel there for. So that's where Craig is, and hats off to him. Whatever, who are we to judge the laws of another nation? So if you find a place where it's legal for you to be happy, then I say go with God, my friend.
So he's in Thailand. That's what you're saying. Okay.
Neither here nor there he is.
All right. Speaking of nipples, Brendan SCHAUB.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know either.
but yes, so Brendan SCHAUB does what we just watched Whitney do an AMA. Credit to Brendan SCHAUB, he does a real one. He doesn't have his wife write the questions for him.
although that would be pretty good too.
That would be fun. But no, Brendan actually answers fan questions, and I see these clips from Unique. Shout out to Unique for posting the Fighter and the Kid Patreon content when it's really juicy. I do have to wag my finger at Unique a bit. The title of this video was like, Brendan SCHAUB and his producer get into an epic clash. It's always this grandiose clickbait thing that never lives up to the title. But I did click it. He got me to click, and I was interested in what I found. Brendan answered a question that I'm a little surprised he answered. I think he should have the discussion with Brian. It seems weird to have this discussion alone because I don't think they'll bring it up again. The show comes out tomorrow. I imagine this won't really come up, or it'll come up in some passive aggressive way where Brendan vaguely mentions that Brian doesn't care about the show anymore and Brian ignores it. That's usually how this plays out. But it was interesting to hear Brendan kind of reflect on the old days, the success that the Fighter and the Kid used to have, and how it's not that way anymore, and maybe why that would be.
All right. The state of the Fighter and the Kid is where we're starting.
Yes.
Hunter Arrow says this. I'm an OG TFAK listener, so I have to be honest. I can tell you and Brian both do not like doing the podcast anymore. Both of you look generally miserable sitting through the podcast for the last couple of years, but definitely since moving to Austin. Brian is too mad at the world and serious now. He's not a philosopher. Brendan, he's obviously is not going to get his light back. So my question to you is, why do you still do it? And does he get annoyed listening to Brian complain about ticket sales, but does things like have Andrew Wilson on his podcast talk about Christianity?
Hold on. What a great question. What a thorough question. He hits every point, this guy. And Brendan's just breezing through it like it's how's your day. He's like, Brian's not a philosopher. Why is he trying to be? When's the light going to turn back on in Brendan's head? He obviously doesn't care about the podcast anymore. Blah, blah. This guy has all this poignant stuff that like is exactly what people say about the fighter and the kid. And Brendan's breezing through it. Blah, blah, blah. We don't care anymore. We're not as successful as it used to be. The homeless cats are more entertaining than this show. I don't understand why you do it. Well, but yeah, okay, whatever, man. It's interesting to hear him breeze through that, maybe because it's something he's read a lot. But let me hear that again. Go back.
Yeah, he's telling on himself a little there. The ease at which he goes through like this cynicism.
Blasé, like I've read this a million times. Listen to how poignant this guy's critiques are. And he's not really being an asshole. He's just saying things a lot of fans are thinking.
Both do not like doing the podcast anymore. Both of you look generally miserable sitting through the podcast for the last couple of years, but definitely since moving to Austin. Brian is too mad at the world and serious now. He's not a philosopher. Brendan, he's obviously is not going to get his light back. So my question to you is, why do you still do it? And does he get annoyed listening to Brian complain about ticket sales, but does things like have Andrew Wilson on his podcast talk about Christianity? In all honesty, as a lifelong fan, take a break for a while.
Big sigh.
Whoa. Did you pause it?
Nope. Now I did, but yes.
What a tremendous silence.
Yes.
That was a man watching his entire life play out before his eyes instead of answering that question.
Yeah, let's listen again.
He really reflected on this. Let me hear this silence again.
Brendan, wake up.
And this Adam says, on the show they're chatting like brothers.
He just moved on. All right. He processed and moved on.
I've never heard someone hit right in the gut like that. That must be everything Brendan was thinking. That has to be like the guy just hit the nail on every thought, insecurity, embarrassment, belief, everything that's gone through Brendan's head in the last couple of years. This guy just had, and he just like looked up at the sky and said, what do I do with this? He didn't know what to do. There was so much said in that silence. More was said in that silence than Brendan has ever said in his career. That was incredible.
Do you think he regrets reading that question?
No, because I think it's like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's cathartic for him. Yeah.
Cathartic, yeah.
Because he listened to his answer. He really gets some stuff off his chest here that I think he's thought for a while. He does start reading like other comments underneath that. And what helps Brendan, keep this in mind. Well, I'm giving Brendan credit here for reading the question. He completely ignores the part of the question that was, what did he say? Brendan's light is off, or something like he's never going to get his life back, or something like that. He ignores that, and he just goes, "Man, this guy, Brian really does suck. This guy's really saying something. Brother's saying something here. Brian is an ugly blemish on this show. This guy is right." So let me hear him start reading some of these other comments underneath that.
All right, I think we're going to start with the positive.
Yeah. Oh my God. I could listen to this pause all day.
Just put it on repeat.
And this Adam says, on the show they're chatting like brothers they are. I don't think they care much for views. They just do it because they love it, and we all who love them and support them along the time should appreciate it. Advice, if you don't like it anymore, don't watch it. Simple. That's him saying it.
I like the people in the comments are like, who cares if no one's watching? Leave them alone. You stop it. This is what's weird to me, like starting to cover Brendan. You're like, oh, there are people that are fans of this show. You think it's all like just people shitting on Brendan. They're genuine fans, and they get like insecure. Right there, you heard like, hey, if you don't like it, stop watching. Which, as a general rule, I agree with. This guy did not say anything hateful, that first comment. He pointed out some real stuff about the show that I think is obvious to a lot of people, And Brendan, and particularly, I was going to say Brendan and Brian, particularly Brendan, has kind of trained like his real supporters to be like, fuck you, you're a hater. If you criticize Brendan, it's because you hate him. And it's like, no. I observed something that seems pretty obvious to anyone else that watches or checks in on this show. Like, so they're so geared, like real Fighter and the Kid fans are very geared to be like, oh, any critique is hate. And that's not really true.
Because it's all critique. I mean, they don't get another comment other than critique.
This guy in his comment, maybe he's lying, maybe he's trolling, but he's like, hey, I'm a fan, but would it benefit you guys to just take a break? Like, it seems like you're not enjoying the podcast. Just take a break. That doesn't seem like just some asshole troll to me, you know?
No, that was a very thorough and respectful way to ask that question. I don't think you can ask it anymore.
As we heard in the pause, it made Brendan think like he was thinking of the meaning of life. Like he
yes.
That's just an impossible question to answer. How do I even go about this?
He's never heard those series of words put together that made his brain work. He's like, oh my God, it's working. What is this? Got to move.
Advice, if you don't like it anymore, don't watch it. Simple. That's him saying it. Go back to the question.
Break it down in pieces, Brendan. Just take one piece
I
at a
can tell you and Brian don't like doing the podcast anymore. Generally miserable sitting through it.
Now it's like he's staring at the math problem in Good Will Hunting, where he's like, this is unsolvable by the human mind. No one could possibly do this.
The wheels are almost turning. Oh, so slowly.
That gerbil that was just working a few minutes ago is tuckered out. He's tired. He's taking a little nap.
Brendan finally looks at the Fighter and the Kid subreddit, and he's like, who solved this? We have to find this genius.
He's too mad at the world. He's serious now, not philosopher. He's not going to get his light back. God, Hunter, this is a loaded one, Bubba.
Bubba.
How do I answer this?
How do I go? How do I go about this? They don't give in the film Oppenheimer. They don't give the character who is thinking, Robert Oppenheimer, who is thinking about whether or not to decimate a nation. He doesn't put that much thought. He's not that torn up about his decision as Brendan is as to whether or not honestly answer this question. It's unbelievable. We haven't gotten to the answer yet, by the way.
Jesus, dude.
Hello?
How would you answer this, Jen?
Just wasted all that time.
I need to phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Phone a friend.
Can you take two answers off the board?
He's tapping out. He's Chin substitute here for me. I can't possibly. I can't even. I don't know how to approach this.
Can I phone a friend? The runner right now for the show title. Good job, Electra. That's fun.
Oh, I was going to say friend of the crow, but
goddamn friend of the
That's
crow.
good.
Friend is the theme today. Friends is the theme. All right, back to
Before I get into it, how would you answer it?
Yeah. I think there's some nuggets here.
There's some truth
Yeah,
to
there's
it.
some nuggets here.
Yeah, I think that's why it's hard for me to answer.
But it's bullshit saying like
Brendan and Chin. It's what they should have done instead of answering this question. It should have been a compilation of Brendan and Chin just balling up scrap paper and throwing it away, erasing a big board. They're there late at night. Their collars are undone. There's empty containers of Chinese food. They're falling asleep in their chair. They're tuckered out. Just a montage of them trying to answer this question.
There's this string all over the wall connecting things that don't connect.
There's got to be a way. But what does it all mean? He said it so succinctly, but what does it all mean?
This means something, Brendan. Like third, Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Hold on, let me think here. The life has left me, and Brian's not a philosopher. What could that? Oh my God! What does that mean? Chin, I don't think it's an. And then Chin takes him by the shoulders. There's got to be an answer, Brendan. We'll find it. If we have to stay here all night.
miserable doing the podcast. This is something that we always enjoy doing. It's just like sometimes we're all going through some shit. I disagree,
Chin. I think there's some truth to that, too.
No, but miserable every single time you're sitting here.
No, I don't think he's saying.
No one is that. I'm sure there were happy moments during the Holocaust. Like, no, every second of every day, he's like, well, technically not true. It's like, yeah, I guess, Chin. I'm sure once he was happy.
Every time.
No, what I'm saying is like,
I'm going to walk back the happy moments during I was making a point. You understand what I meant?
I understand, and I thought it was hilarious. I just stayed quiet because I thought it was so funny.
We'll discuss it tomorrow night.
Okay.
There. To be fair to this Hunter kid, there's days I come in here, I'm like,
yeah, by the way, that's life. I mean, there's days I come in here, I feel like shit, you know, like, and people can probably tell. You can tell.
I'm miserable when I'm here.
God damn, this sounds like a horrible place to work, gotta say.
We'll give partial credit to Brendan for addressing this, and like his producer's instinct, and I don't blame Chin. The instinct of a producer, he's like, let me protect my guy, especially when you work in an environment like The Fighter and the Kid, where they're so guarded against trolls and the haters and all of that. Like it's what defines that show, is not responding to that stuff well. So Chin's instinct is like, well, is anyone miserable 24 hours a day? It can't be. Like, his instinct is to defend Brian. And partial credit to Brendan for being like, no, I think there's truth in that. The reason I say partial credit is Brendan doesn't acknowledge the criticism of him in that comment. And he's not doing it when Brian is there. So that's where he gets a couple of demerits. But good on Brendan for being like, no, there's some and even I've noticed that Brian is checked out of the podcast or maybe doesn't want to do it anymore, because it is a thing that fans have talked about. Fans of this show have said, particularly since the move to Austin, that it seems like they don't want to be doing the show anymore. So it's obvious to at least some people.
I'll smile and stuff, and you'll come or you'll text me later like, hey, is everything all good, dude?
Yeah.
So we have our shit going on in our lives. Like, you can't be fucking every single day. It's tough. And right now is like one of the, tougher moments because, we're transitioning to this new thing. And like, of course we have to worry about sponsors.
Listen. You can't be happy every second of every day. And this is the most miserable part of our day. So what do you expect from us?
God damn.
No one's saying you have to be happy all the time. They're saying specifically you seem miserable on the podcast.
This is a miserable people, Mike. I'm just starting to realize that. God damn.
I kind of can't believe that, like, now the question has gone to, like, are you guys miserable on the podcast? And Chin's answer is like, yeah, but so what?
Yeah. Isn't everyone? I mean,
what's it to you? What's the big deal if I'm miserable here?
Sponsorship and all this stuff, so that shit's heavy, That's my point of view on that. But it's like to say it's like, oh fuck, I gotta go into work. Oh fuck this shit. It's not like that.
Oh, thank God.
I think there's some truth is what he's saying.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
the same.
Yeah, I think there's some truth. I don't know what to do, Bubba. I don't know what to do. Fighter and the Kid, and I've explained this to Chin and Brian, we hit singles every week. We hit singles. Back in the day, we hit triples and home runs. Now we're hitting singles.
The Ichiro of podcasting. Brendan is the Ichiro Suzuki of podcasting now.
Still getting the Hall of Fame that way, big guy.
That's true.
Still do it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And I love doing the show. And I'm loyal to a default. As far as Brian's life,
but go ahead.
Loyal to default is hilarious. There's our new title. Loyal to default. God damn.
I'm loyal to default.
Which might be true. Just default is stupid all the time, and I'm loyal
to foreclosure. I don't care. I'll be as whatever financial state he's in. I'll be.
I'm loyal to bankruptcy. We're tight.
I don't know what it is. Obviously we know the shit that he's been through. But I think when the show started, me and Brian were different people.
This is what's really interesting. So I'll just set up the conversation they're about to get into. what he's been through. If you guys don't remember or don't know, Brian Callen, during the craziness of 2020, Chris D'Elia was accused of basically being a child molester. And Brian and Brendan cried and came on and said it was like a guy died. And then, like, weeks later, an accusation came out about Brian Callen from an adult ex-girlfriend. But he was accused of sexual assault. By all counts, it seems like that was an unfounded thing. Like, it just wasn't true. I don't know nearly enough about it to really make that claim. But it does seem like maybe it was a false accusation that Brian suffered. And he lost a lot of shit. He got kicked off the ABC show he was on. He got kicked off The Fighter and the Kid for a while. Like, they removed him from the podcast for a little while. So like, he lost a lot of opportunities. And Brian was a guy who would pop in on a bunch of stuff as an actor. Like, you've seen Brian Callen in a lot of comedy movies and shows and stuff. Like, he's been around forever. And that all dried up because of that and never really came back. So that's what Brendan is talking about when he says Brian's been through a lot. And it's interesting. It genuinely is interesting to hear them discuss this. Again, I wish they would do it with Brian, but baby steps.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah.
When people go, "Oh, you've changed," absolutely, man, absolutely. I'm not out at night. I'm not in the comedy scene. I'm not booking guests and doing that stuff anymore. And that was my job for 10 years on the show. If you ever saw a guest, it's because I booked it. It was through me. Brian doesn't, and it's not, there's no, not mad at him. And when Brian's at the Comedy Mothership,
I just had this ready to go. It was the first thing I thought of when you criticized Brian, to spew this out that Brian's never booked guests. Right? No one asked me about booking guests. It was just the first thing I mentioned, but I'm not mad at him, certainly.
Yeah. Back when I was booking guests, we were hitting triples and home runs. Just
and then
singles
I
now.
gave up on that,
Yeah.
and no one else does it, so our show isn't as big. And by the way, this is true that The Fighter and the Kid was big. I remember the first time I heard of The Fighter and the Kid was not people making fun of them. It was that Bobby Lee clip. There's a very funny clip of Bobby Lee telling them about how he got molested by a guy with Down syndrome when he was a kid.
Hilarious. Yeah.
And their reaction to it genuinely was funny. And then Bobby made it funny. Like, it was a very funny clip. And that was that was the context through which I knew them. And then Brendan got more into stand-up, and then it all just kind of became a joke. But this is where Brendan struggles. He's still like, the reason the podcast is suffering is because I stopped booking guests. It's like, no, the opinion of you guys, you're looked at as clowns now. You know, no one respects you, and you guys try to talk about serious issues of the week, you know, and no one's coming to you for that, at least not in the quantity that they were 10 years ago. So that's why, but let's hear how Brendan rationalizes it.
the last thing on his mind is booking a guest for The Fighter and the Kid. He doesn't even think of it, and he never has. And I think with what Brian went through, he obviously views life through a different lens. And just the dynamics of the show is different. It's different. Straight up, it's different. As far as miserable, no. If I was miserable, trust me, I don't have to do this show. I have other means.
You do?
Not miserable. Some days it's tough.
Yeah, he sells tickets to a truck and then gets it back or something, right? Insurance fraud. That's his other means.
It sounds ridiculous. That's kind of what it is. Yeah, I don't fully know what the truck thing is, but it's something like that. But yeah, like, isn't this his main source? I mean, like, this is the golden hour, I guess. What is his main source of income then? I would think it would be those two things. No.
I think it's other podcasters buying his hats. That's his main source of income, and he ran out.
I can't find my thick boy hat.
Oh, gotta have to buy another one. This is what keeps him in business.
It's genuinely jokes aside, I would never wear it in public. I'm too ashamed. But it's a good hat. I like the hat a lot. It's a very nice material. I love the hat. So I will buy a second one if I can't find it. I think I lost.
That's how he gets you. That's his main business.
Yeah.
Some days it's very tough. I'll give you that, Bubba. Some days it's tough.
You ever say that about me, DJ Electra? We're not doing a show anymore. How's the doing a show? Oh, sometimes it's tough. Sometimes
These are such powerful silences.
They are.
Yeah, and I would never say that because it's not true.
Me and the skirt have been rewatching Breaking Bad. And in that show, there's a lot of power in the silences. That's what they always give Vince Gilligan great credit for, is how well he used silence. And Vince Gilligan would be very jealous of this clip. He would say, even I could not say so much in the silences. It's incredible.
It's very Kubrickian. Stanley Kubrick would be proud of this scene right here.
And I think Brian and Chin, I've told them this, you have to be okay with hitting singles. The days of triples and home runs, those days are gone. They will never come back. And that's okay. We're not a guest-driven show these days. Back in the day, we had a lot of guests. Even when we didn't have guests, the show would do well. Those days are done for a variety of reasons.
Hold on. It wasn't guest-driven. We had a lot of guests. The show was really centered around guests. When we didn't have guests, it would still do well. It's like, okay, maybe there's another problem then that you're ignoring, Brendan.
He just needs to get back into comedy. That's all, right? If he starts doing stand-up again, the show starts hitting doubles and triples again.
I don't know about that. I think that window may have closed. But I think there may be 2 strikes on him in that department. But I had a point. Damn it. I can't remember. Keep the clip and I'll get back to it.
Okay.
Reasons. But if we were to stop today, we've had a great fucking run.
Mm-hmm. Oh, now I remember. They do this every so often. Like I'm giving credit to Brendan for answering this question, but they do this every so often because some version of this, I realized the guy who left the question completely stumped Brendan in a way that was once thought impossible. But like they get some version of this every so often that they do it, whether it's the Bobby Lee incident or like Brendan's Gringo Poppy and the unique lawsuit, whatever it is, like there's some version of this reflection every few months. At some point, you either just have to do the show and be like, this is the show, or stop doing it. You can't have this fucking hamstringing of every 6 months be like, yeah, I don't know what we do it for anymore, man. What's the point of all of this?
Then it just becomes like an addiction. Like you're addicted to hitting the go live button and getting the view count and seeing the $40 roll in.
And we've been doing it, whatever, 13 years now. Think of your favorite show. Going on for 13 years, it's tough, dude. It's fucking tough. So to wrap all this up, if we decide to stop doing it today, I'm so proud of what we've done. We're one of the originators. We're OGs. We made a ton of fucking money. We've inspired and had fun and made a lot of people laugh. You've been with us on our...
Oh, you've inspired. They were one of the OGs in pod. It was a big show in the very early stages of podcasting. You know what? It's fun to shit on Brendan. There's a lot of people that ripped off Fighter and the Kid. I will give him that. I'm sorry I laughed at that. There's a lot of formats that did rip off legitimately. How many podcasts have a fighter and a comedian? There are a bunch, or were a bunch. So I take back my scoffing at him. I'm sorry, Brendan.
Highs and our lows, and it's all good. By every stretch of imagination, this show's a major success. We did it, dude. Mm-hmm. We did some great things.
And now it's over. Oh, wait, no, they're still doing it every week.
Sounds like it's over.
They're doing it twice a week. This is what Dave Smith should have been saying. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you say at the end of a podcast where you're like, hey, no, criticize the show. You didn't like it. It got bad in the last few, whatever you think about it. We did some amazing things. And we'll be back tomorrow and Thursday, and then the next week, and then the next week, and then the next week.
And every week until this hell ends. How did Come Town end? Did it end like...
It kind of just ended. So Stavros posted a notes screenshot.
That's how it ended?
Stavros posted a thing where he's like, the podcast is over, and then Nick and Adam went on, and made jokes about it and said, we don't really know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure something out. And then the Adam Friedland show. Actually, I think on that episode, on that first episode after Stavros left, Nick called it the Adam Friedland show, which was a joke. So they just pivoted to the Adam Friedland show very, very funnily.
So Stavros basically killed the baby in its crib just by leaving.
Stavros got too big and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah.
I don't know what the future.
It's an interesting example you brought up. Is someone typing? I can't not hear it.
Electra, are you typing? She didn't
Oh
answer
God,
so
I
far.
thought I was muted. I'm so sorry.
We got to get you one of them quiet typewriters.
Voodoo rattle torture.
Oh my God.
So when Stav got too big, if it would be like if Stavros kept doing Come Town and was like, God, guys, I remember when people liked this show and when I enjoyed doing it. Why are we still doing it? You know what I mean? Like, at least Stavros spared us of that. Thank God.
That's true. That's true.
Holds. I do not know, and that's okay. I think the conversation for Brian would be, why are you still doing it? And if it's just for money, then we should have a talk.
Him that. He's your co-host.
They don't talk. They do a show together. What the fuck?
I like that Brendan's huddled the fans around. He's like, guys, lean in. Come on. Get over.
Everyone take a knee.
Why is Brian still doing this fucking podcast? Am I right, guys? What's his deal? He seems fucking miserable, huh?
Oh, shh. Here he comes. He's coming in the room. Shh.
Yeah, right. Like, talk to him about it. I don't know.
Yeah. You know? So, yeah. Great question, though, dude. That got heavy.
Yeah. I mean, he did definitely have some stuff.
It's an elephant in the room. But Brian's had some stuff. People go through stuff. You've got to move on. Otherwise, they won already. If it's going to affect you every day, and now it's become this dark cloud on us too, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know what he's talking. He's talking about the allegations I mentioned earlier. He's telling Brian to move on from that, which is again, say it to Brian, it could probably be more helpful. But like that's an interesting point. It's interesting to hear Brendan say that out loud.
It is, and how Brian reacted the other week to the Epstein stuff was so telling about where Brian is on all this stuff.
Right.
Stop doing the show.
It's not just, by the way, it's not just Brian, though. But people on the show have been through stuff. It's not just Brian. There's been other things that have happened here as well. So,
and we get over it.
You is what he's saying, right? Brandon, the other problem here is you.
Hey, listen, the fighter and the kid, it's not just the kid who goes through. I won't name names here.
Maybe
with
name a name.
our deduction, you can figure out who I'm talking about. I'll give you 3 clues.
Cauliflower ear. First clue.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I appreciate the way you look at this stuff. We have to, we said this before on this Patreons, but we have to, we tell Brian all the time, like, let go. Like, that shit was then. Nothing crazy. Like, no one's thinking about you that way every single day. We tell him all the time. It just has to, so it's up to Brian to change that part of the way he thinks. And I don't know.
Every day, does Brian come in and go, guys, do you think I'm a rapist? How does that possibly come up every day?
It's a sliding scale.
We tell him every day, you're not a rapist, Brian. Knock it off.
Yeah, you're a 4 on the rapist scale today, Brian. You're doing good. Good job. It does make you sort of long for Whitney's What's Your Favorite Color podcast, though, you know?
Oh, sorry, I'm a bummer, guys. Everyone's saying I'm a fucking rapist again. Snap out of it, Brian.
Nothing happened to you. We always tell him nothing happened to you.
So I don't know, Brad.
No, I do know. He's 60.
Here's the thing.
Like, the people saying, oh, that he's 60.
No.
He's
And
60.
by the way, when we talk about this stuff, yes, you had to tell me certain things, and I'm like, no. And then finally, after years and years of being here, I'm like, that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Hopefully, I'm just saying, hopefully, knock on wood, this particular thing will fucking somehow like dissipate a little bit. I don't know.
Shannon, it was 5 years ago, buddy.
I kind of like that from Brendan, being like, quit your fucking sobbing. Quit your belly aching. So people think you're a fucking monster. Who cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's been 7 years since I drug walked a lady. I mean, people forgotten about that.
snap out of it.
Yeah, but that's a huge thing he went through.
5 years?
It's
I know
a
people
huge
that get
thing.
over fucking their loved ones dying faster than this. 5
Well,
years?
A lot different. That's a stage of life that happens to not everybody is publicly called a fucking monster, a sexual monster. And by the way, if it's false, if it's just completely false, I get why Brian's like different because of it. You know what I mean? I get that changing, like going through that. I get why that would change a person. And Brendan's like, come on, it's water under the bridge. Quit your belly aching.
I'm just more positive, man. I don't know. But yeah.
I'm more realistic, but I'm also, okay.
Yeah,
All right, then this is what it is.
Exactly. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm good.
The accomplishments are insane.
Yeah.
I'd say that much right now.
What does that mean?
All right, let's move on. I got about 15 more minutes.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, so
Get out of here.
I had to hear his voice. Goddamn.
Thank you for posting it, Unique. But I don't need to hear his take on it.
Yeah, so that sounds like the end of the Fighter and the Kid, Mike.
And it won't be. that was crazy. It's like, that's a conversation where you're like, wow, the podcast is over. And then they'll just be back tomorrow and not even bring this up. It'll just be a thing that happened on Patreon. He'll sue Unique for posting it, I'm sure. And then we just keep going around in the same circle.
That's
Yay, super
Brendan's an
chats.
amazing man.
Yeah.
Not just an amazing driver. Amazing man. All right, Electra, here we go.
Dimpled Balls -X 1999. I don't get to catch you live very often. Thanks, Mike, HACKRIDE, DJ Electrify, and Kragers for all the hilarious entertainment.
Thank you, buddy. HACKRIDE is not here, so I don't know who you're referring to, but thank you.
One day he will return.
Casey, right there. Raper Butt $4.99. The pauses make me wonder if Brendan has any thoughts on standalone fruit.
It was a bit of a Fez Watley moment, but I'll tell you this: I think Brendan has never had more powerful thought than in that moment. Like the things that must have been flurrying through his head. It sounds like it was crazy in there for a few seconds.
2 full thoughts at one time. He's never been so overwhelmed. One more here before we get to another man with overwhelming brain matter.
Bobby Pockets $10. When are we getting the Why Are You Laughing on Gringo Poppy? In my opinion, his joke on Mexican cookies rivals Chris Rock's Black People versus Distinguished Gentlemen bit.
We did do a full Gringo Poppy rewatch, both on the Patreon, and then I think we did it again with Vinnie Paulino. I don't remember how we titled it. It's like Brendan SCHAUB Retirement Party or something like that. But if you search for, well, you know what? We do have a Brendan SCHAUB playlist. All the times we've talked about Brendan SCHAUB are in a playlist on YouTube. So if you go to that playlist, you'll be able to find it. I forget what exactly it's called. But me, Vinnie Paulino, and the aforementioned HACKRIDE, I believe, did watch Gringo Poppy when Brendan retired from stand-up. So we did do that in some way, shape, or form. I've also thought of maybe doing some of the old stuff on Patreon that no one really saw, maybe redoing some of that stuff.
Could be fun.
A lot of it got taken down for copyright and all that stuff. So we'll see. Maybe we'll redo some of that stuff. But the Gringo Poppy thing does exist.
Excellent. And the Steve-O comedy special, I think that would be fun to break down too with you.
I wanted to do, Craig left in such a hurry. Packed his bags and fled the country. But I wanted to do Whitney Cummings for next week. Whitney Cummings uploaded her special to YouTube, and I wanted to watch that, and I would have had it premiere next Sunday while I'm away. But we just didn't have time, unfortunately.
We might be available.
Interesting.
Well, let me check my schedule.
That feels like a Craig. I'd hate to take.
You're right. I don't want to step on Craig's lane.
Yeah.
All right, one more here, and then we'll get to the Obster.
From I Miss You, Jimmy. Dang, daylight savings time got me screwed up, and I missed most of the show. Can you start over from the beginning?
No.
Mm-mm.
No. But
all right, so Craig's not here. You know where he is, folks.
Oh, no. No, where is he?
Go ahead. Oh, that was it. We're moving on.
We're moving on. Time for some Opie.
Let's talk the Opester. We haven't checked in on Opie in a while. And I guess he was gone. He disappeared for a time, and people thought he was in a feud with Ron the Waiter, but thank God Ron is back. So I was very excited to see these two dynamite characters back together, and I wanted to check in. The other day I said to myself, Mike, it's an FU Friday. We gotta see who's getting fucked this week. Who are the FUs hitting? Because, I mean, Opie, he pulls no punches. Who are the FUs going to rain on this week? Let's find out, shall we?
Ashley Cummings and Brian Callen so far. Here we go.
Let's see.
Go get your mug. It's Friday, and this is the Opie Radio Podcast. Thanks for checking us out. Greatly appreciate it. It is FU Friday. So let us know in the chat what bothered you this week. You know, stuff like, I don't know, maybe soggy paper straws.
Oh, come on. Don't go there. Don't trigger me. Put a trigger warning up, Opie, if you're going to get that real with me. Don't go after the paper straws. That is... I don't know if you want those people after you, Ope. They are pretty... That's a controversial area. It's like talking pit bulls, you know? You enrage people. They get very passionate about this.
Mike, it actually is a big deal in cities. I hate those goddamn things.
Well, then you check out FU Friday, because you could send that energy to the Opester.
That bothers you. That bothers me, right? Maybe Parmesan cheese. Maybe.
Yeah, finally, I can. You know what? Finally, I can let my fucking head. Fuck Parmesan. Just fuck it right in its greedy ass. Fuck Parmesan. I hate it so much. Spitting. I apologize.
All right, I'm adding fuck Parmesan to the possible title of the show.
I am so glad that Opie had the fucking cojones, the fucking balls, to finally put Parmesan in its place. You know?
Too long.
Paper straws were one thing. Paper straws really fucking grind my gears. And then you start talking Parmesan. It's enough already with Parmesan, all right? Enough is enough. And thank you, Opie, for finally saying, because all these fucking podcasters, these ballless, sackless podcasters, don't have an ounce of courage. And they get on here, and every week I'm like, is this the week they're going to finally tell Parmesan to cram it up its ass? And they never do. I haven't heard it come up on one fucking podcast until Opie and Ron said, enough injustice. Let's put Parmesan in the proper fucking place it deserves.
I mean, it doesn't even hang out with the other cheese, Mike. It is elitist.
And I couldn't have handled this Monday through Thursday. And definitely, I don't want to deal with it on the weekend, you know? Let me enjoy my weekend. Friday is the time to say, fuck you, Parmesan. No, really, fuck you. Enough.
Parmesan cheese. Maybe that bothers you. Hey,
why would it possibly? Maybe that bothers you. It's just... At least the paper straw thing. Like, paper straws are annoying. I don't like them. They're a pain in the ass, you know? I think they're useless. We didn't find it. Don't get me started. Now it's an FU Sunday here. He's getting me riled up because these paper straws, we didn't find a solution to straws. And by the way, the cups, now go to a fast food restaurant, the cups are plastic. We're wasting more plastic on these cups. He did it to me. I'm getting hot. But the straws, that's a real issue that he's tackling. And then out of nowhere, he just says, and fuck Parmesan, by the way. Is that a plight? Like, is that a blemish on society that we're trying to improve? What is this Parmesan thing that I'm not aware of?
Well, it is a little more expensive than other cheese, but my beef's with Swiss. I mean, I'm paying for cheese, but there's holes in it.
Now you're getting him started.
I know.
Ron, does Parmesan cheese bother you? It is FU Friday, and I need to know. Are you a fan of the Parmesan?
Let me think about this question. Does Parmesan cheese bother me? I guess I've never really thought about it. My instinct is to say no. But the fact that you're asking me makes me think maybe it does bother me.
I love all cheese.
I've been indifferent.
Typical head in the clouds broad. To not think of I love all cheese is equal. Of course a fucking clam would think that, Electra. Typical woman. I'm sorry to get so crass with you.
Well, I love Parmesan too.
Opie has unburdened me to say enough of this covering. This shilling for Parmesan is enough already.
His brain just came up with a word.
Let's find out if it bothers Ron.
The cheese doesn't bother you.
No, matter of fact, you know why I'm a big fan of Parmesan cheese?
Parmesan.
Typical Ron. Ron is burying his head in the sand.
Parmesan.
Standing up against Opie.
Yes, I do like that Ron dismissed it. Like, no, of course not. In fact, you know what? I've got a different Parmesan fact, which why he's ready with that, I have no idea.
Yeah, he was way too ready for the argument. Like, I've been talking about this with my mama.
I'm glad you said something, Opie. Finally.
Real quick, just to get this in, because we love the man. Louis J. Gomez, $49.99. Thank you for the support, supporter, and honest breakdown.
Thank you. Luz, stick around. Yeah. We've got to address you, pal, because Opie has some harsh words for you. He does not trust you. The rattlesnake is a little too slithery for the Opester, so we'll talk about him. Lewis asked Anthony on the Real Ass podcast about an Opie and Anthony reunion. As you would expect, Anthony says, of course. And we'll hear Opie's response later in this. So.
Oh, good.
And Lewis, if you're looking to have Blind Mike there on the Skanks, little thing called retainer. Retainer, thank you.
I like that Lewis did refund me for his book. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's nice.
What a nice guy.
I got my copy of Knives and Spoons. So that's his. By the way, Lewis, since you're here, do I just show up at Skankfest? Like I don't.
Yes, you do.
Are you on the list?
I don't have tickets, and I don't know what to do. So do I just show up? I imagine it's going to be a problem, but we'll see. I'm flying down, so we'll see.
And can he bring a producer? Just
Yes.
kidding.
Yes.
But I might want to go.
I've got a +1, but it's not you. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
I know.
Well, a pretty lady on both of your arms, Mike, that's how you roll into Skanks.
It's true. It's a good point.
Parmesan.
It's the highest concentration of protein.
I
Like
hear that.
it's like the ultimate protein bar.
Not
Yes.
really.
Oh, ooh.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Opie's gonna take. Hold on a second. Now I heard Ron say that, and my instinct, and I haven't been doing this since I was 18, like Opie. I'm not a skilled broadcaster. I hear Ron, and I think, who gives a fuck, Ron? Parmesan is a high source of protein. Neat. That's not podcast worthy. And Opie says, "You're lying, Ron." I'm going to actually refute that point and expand on it.
It's part of Big Parmesan. It's a conspiracy.
Not really. Who would have thought that would inspire an argument?
Alex Jones has been talking about this for years. Parmesan. Making our mice gay.
Yeah,
Not
it is.
yet. Nope. How much of your 100% Parmesan cheese you think is 100%?
What was that? Like a tongue twister? I don't know.
That's the correct answer, Ron, by the way. How much of the 100% Parmesan cheese do you think? Now I feel like Brendan Schaub. I'm just sitting here contemplating. This is a riddle, right? How much of the 100% Parmesan cheese do you think is 100%? Not how much of the 100% Parmesan cheese do you think is Parmesan cheese?
Mm-hmm. It's a quantum question.
How much of it is 100%? I don't know how to answer this. I think is the correct answer. Could it be this simple? 100% of it is 100.
No,
sometimes there's Parmesan, Reggiano.
Right, but the 100% part is 100%, right?
No, you silly goose. You can't believe
What are we talking about cheese?
All right, Opie, explain it for me. I'm sorry.
Louis J. Gomez replied, and he said, "You'll be on my email list. I got 4 tickets for you."
Whoa! All right,
What a sweetheart.
I'll find 2 more friends. Thanks, buddy. Oh, I mean electric. Yeah.
No, I mean no.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You don't have to bring me. It's okay.
A potato and a puppet will be calling you on that one, I'm sure.
Lewis is a great man, and if you want me to fill in for Dave, fine, I guess. I'd be willing to do it.
Yeah. Just get the retainer over to HACKRIDE Studios. Thank you so much.
I can't even understand what you just said.
When you get your Parmesan cheese and you put it over your spaghetti and meatballs, right? It says 100% Parmesan cheese.
Yeah.
That's false advertising. What percent is Parmesan cheese in your 100% Parmesan cheese?
Oh my God.
Probably depends who you get it from, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's pretty consistent.
I gotta give a massive attaboy to Ron. That's a co-host. That's a supporter. That's someone Opie can trust and should lean on. The idea that he didn't go, what the fuck are you talking about? Might be the most loyal move I've ever witnessed in podcasting.
This is what everyone's talking about. I finally get it.
The fact that he engaged with Opie in whatever this discussion is, that's a loyal guy. Shout out to Ron the waiter.
That's right. We have Tukey and Lewis going back and forth in the chat. Tukey goes, Lewis, did you get Tukey's rider? So apparently, there's a rider.
Yeah, Tukey's headlining Sunday night, I think. He's closing out Skankfest, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Mike's rider is many loose drumsticks on the floor as possible. That's what we like.
I don't know if I get that. Oh, because I would trip, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to think when
What
they bring out
percentage is
that
actually
big.
Parmesan cheese? That's all I'm asking for.
What percentage?
No, that's not what you asked. Don't
not.
You said, what percent of the 100% is 100% was the question.
Mm-hmm.
I think the percentage is when they come to a restaurant and they get the hard wheel Parmesan and they scrape it.
That's 100%.
That's 100%. Yes.
I'm talking about the stuff you buy in the supermarket.
Hold on. No.
Jesus.
I like that Electra is so wrapped up in this that I heard her go, no.
No, I said there you go.
No, Opie's right.
No, I said there you go. The cheese wheel.
Okay. I thought you were like Ron's buried his head in the sand. Opie is preaching the truth here.
Mike, just a reminder, World War III is going on. We're talking cheese. Opie's got his finger on the pulse.
And Opie's kind of saying it like he's exposing. He's like, no, man, that's what they want you to think.
Big cheese.
You didn't say that.
What?
You didn't say that.
Okay, all right. Believe it or not, the Parmesan conversation did continue for a while. But
Oh, I believe it.
yeah.
Big reveal is next.
Okay, this is exciting. Maybe this is what all the Parmesan cheese talk was for. I wonder what this could be.
In a lot of cases, it's 80%.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
what
God.
the other
Still cheese talk.
No, 80% of the cheese is only 100%.
The rest is people. What?
Damn it.
20% is? That's what I'm getting at. What's the other 20%? Carl taught me this years ago, and I just read an article about this morning while I was
Not that
waking
Carl,
up.
for anyone wondering.
This is what I do.
Yeah.
Do with my time. I wake up nice and early, and I start reading about Parmesan cheese. What do you think is the other 20%?
Hold on. The theme of today's show is epic silences.
It's a giant sigh.
I've never heard silences so powerful. Ron again is like, I don't know what the fuck you want from me here, man. Ron's been tap dancing, spinning plates, trying to make something out of this Parmesan segment, and he's been stumped. Opie has stumped Ron the waiter. Let me hear that again.
Jeez. What do you think is the other 20%?
Crude oil.
Well, we got a winner here. Wood shavings.
Oh, okay. Well, who gives a fuck?
Is that true?
You're eating
Yes,
wood
Ron.
shavings and some of the Parmesan cheeses. Let's not mention specific brands.
I like Ron going, is that true? Well, it certainly wasn't funny, Ron. So what do you think? What would be the payoff of that? Of course, it's at least in Opie's mind, it's true. I don't know if it's actually accurate, but it wasn't a joke.
Did I hear right that Ron is a open mic comedian?
Oh yeah, I think WATP has played his stand-up, if I'm not mistaken.
And he opened for that the same night he played Rodney's. He did Rodney's when John did Rodney's, like just before.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Not
he
the
was telling us. No, the same night he was telling a story how he was doing Rodney's, and then Stuttering John came in and did a show.
No, really?
Yeah, I swear to God. I
What a tremendous night. They've got to put together. How this hasn't been done yet. You've got to get Ron. I bet my buddy Tom, I could get Tom Myers to host this. I should talk to Tom about organizing. You know what? Tom might be the guy, because he's a guy people would trust, I think.
John Myers?
Yeah. Tom's a trustworthy guy, my friend.
Oh.
Tom Myers Tom would host. You get Ron the waiter. You get, Gino, Chad, Ray DeVito, Stuttering John. Although I know Tom is out of the Stuttering John. He besmirched John on Instagram this week, which was tough to see, but I stand with Tom in that. But my point being, maybe we could organize a great night of comedy, is what I meant to say.
Well, for the host, I think you should get someone that people actually like.
Yeah, like Tom Myers.
Mm-hmm. Wait, so this isn't like a...
You get what I mean.
Yes. I was thinking more of like a play where you hire actors to play all the characters from that night.
No,
and then you just tour that around and watch that. That would be fun.
No, I'm talking. This could work. I've got an idea. We'll see. I'll talk to my buddy Tom about this. There's potential here. I don't know what we'd call it. I'd have to work with Tom in the title because I don't want to insult Tom.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
We have some inside info. Do you want to hear it?
Please.
From Lewis. Inside info for Blind Mike. Breaking news. Skankfest team is negotiating to buy Rodney's right now. It's looking good.
So this is real. I saw Lewis tweet about this, and I didn't know if it was just a joke, but I know he's talked about opening a comedy club before. And it seems like that guy wants to unload that thing. When I watched that guy's interview, it did not seem like a man with a passion for comedy.
He is selling low right now, Lewis. Right now is the time to get him.
Is it a good location?
That would be great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure
Manhattan
is
a good
chat was there, right? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know about the location. I know they did Story Wars there once. That would be great. I would love if they had a club there. That'd be fun to visit in New York City. That's big news. Thank you, Lewis.
Thank you.
They'll get pissed off. But a lot of the Parmesan cheese that say 100%, it's actually 80%. The other 20% is wood shavings, and there's another ingredient in there.
We veered off on such a... I forgot. I was like, what's happening?
Cheese and wood.
We went off on such... We're planning comedy shows. Lewis is telling us he's buying a club. And then we get back to Opie going, it's not all Parmesan. Don't you get it?
Somehow Tom Myers was the exciting thing.
Opie's smacking us across the face. Are you listening? 20% of it isn't Parmesan.
It's a really good location.
There you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
It's a really good location. It's right by MoMA. It's a good location.
Oh, nice.
Buy it. Get it. Do
it. The shame of that is they couldn't really have Skankfest there. You need a place with multiple rooms. I don't know if that has that, but that would be maybe it does. I don't know what it's like there.
They could always rent out MoMA. All that fragile art there would be totally safe with all the Dabbleverse crew.
The Museum of Modern Art feels like a Skankfest kind of a place.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah.
If that guy can make money off of that place, you guys can make 5x off of that place. So I say do it.
I mean, they would have the new version of Skanks and Story Wars as like staple shows there every week. So I think it could work.
And if you're lucky, Lewis, you can get a famous New York comedy guy named Ray DeVito to do some work there. Ray DeVito.
Gino Bisconti, all the stars would show up. Yeah.
Yeah, because they grind it down. They grind it down.
It's sawdust.
Oh, God. I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting the argument we're listening to.
Go ahead, Electra, with Doomspay here.
Oh, Doom says Rodney's is now a Dabbleverse comedy club.
It is.
Boom.
And it will definitely be a Dabbleverse because the signature of the Dabbleverse is refuted, just completely denying that you're in the Dabbleverse, which I hear Lewis do every week now on shows, where he's like, I'm not in the Dabbleverse, I'm not getting sucked into this. Every show he's on, he's talking about how he's not in the Dabbleverse, which is the key factor of a Dabbleverse show. So it will be the home of the Dabbleverse, I think, Rodney's. Congratulations.
The club will be called Not the Dabbleverse, but everyone from the Dabbleverse will run in and complain how we're not in here.
That's right, yeah.
All right, there's more cheese talk, Mike. I think. We're going
No,
back
come
to
on.
cheese.
We're having such a good thing here. We're talking. All right, fine. Let's hear it.
But
Why
listen
don't
to
we
me.
talk about Parmesan cheese for 2 more hours?
Well, I plan on it, Ron. I plan.
Ron is the voice of the audience saying, hey, let's drive this into the ground, asshole. Keep talking about Parmesan. There's stuff I cut out of the Parmesan talk, by the way. It's endless.
You probably cut out the most important parts. How dare you? I have to go back and watch this now to find out what I missed. Parmesan?
I know. I cut out the part that would change everything. You're like, oh my God, he's silencing the truth.
Yes.
He doesn't want the truth out there.
Plan on it. I got a whole thing. Fun facts about Parmesan cheese, where it's made, what nationalities like it, which nationalities hate it.
What does that mean?
The Sudanese fucking hate Parmesan cheese. Holy shit.
I don't want those fucking immigrants coming into this country and not buying Parmesan cheese. That's the last thing I need.
The relationship with Canada and Parmesan is interesting. Let's talk about that for 3 hours.
You look like one of those filthy non-parm eaters, am I right?
Non-parmy.
One of those savages that doesn't eat Parmesan.
What does this have to do with the World War III thing? But yeah, all right. So,
good question.
A lot of Parmesan cheeses are only 80% Parmesan, and then it's filled with.
But seriously, folks. He's like, Ron, I know we're having a good time here and everything, but let's get back to the reality. Not all Parmesan cheese is 100%.
Is Opie being unironically funny for the first time? Holy shit. Is it happening? People, it's happening.
Wood shavings or sawdust. And, oh, you're just distracted, aren't you, Ron? Your ADHD is in full effect today. The other ingredient in Parmesan cheese is lint. Lint. So 80%.
Someone please
Is
laugh.
this thing on?
Please clap. Please clap.
Did you hear what I said, Ron? Ron's mind is just too blown.
I think the internet cut out here. Ron, you heard me, right? Lint.
Oh, my God.
Lint.
Ron just drops a glass that he wasn't holding.
Lint might be up there with Apple as an answer that I didn't expect.
Lint.
I mean, what is lint, really?
Electra, it's a whole nother rabbit hole you're opening up.
I love doing that.
What is lint?
That is Parmesan. The other 20% is wood pulp / sawdust and lint. So basically, when you're asking for Parmesan cheese at the store and you're dumping it on your spaghetti and meatballs with the fake meatballs, right? You're basically eating a birdhouse.
They're just plant
Dude,
products. It's okay.
I have natural lint.
What an addition, Ron. Thank you. Ron trying to make something out of this. Opie, getting so passionate. You're eating birdhouses, people. Don't you understand?
You're eating dinosaurs, people. Stop.
Opie is the scientist at the end of the movie. That's like, I was trying to warn you.
What a topic.
Oh, all right. He does finally. He gets to Lewis eventually. Lewis. I wasn't lying, but I don't know if that's this clip or not.
How does Lewis feel about Parmesan? That's his question. Super Chat Friday.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so we might. I forget if he gets there in this clip, but he always handles the chat very good. So it's Super Chat Friday, which I never really understand what that means. I guess you're just supposed to give him money because it's Friday, and that's what we're celebrating here.
Everyone gets payday. It's my payday too.
Hey, by the way, Ron, you're going to be on every single day because this is the way we make money. Barrister gave another $20 today. Woke up excited to watch the Opster. Oh, crap. Ron's on today. Back to bed. So this guy gets up every morning and he gets excited and he gives me $20. But if you're there, he doesn't watch.
Yeah, that sounds that sounds realistic, right, Ope? Opie really sussing out the trolls. You spring out of bed. Yay, it's Opie Day. It's Opie Day. You run to your computer. Oh, Ron's on. I'll voice my displeasure and then I'll leave. I was excited to hear Opie talk about Parmesan Solo. I wish he had a little room to expand on that without Ron getting in the way.
However, but he does watch, and he continues to give money.
That's why we want you on every day, because it's forcing Barrister to give me $20 every day. I'll take $20 every day. That'll add up.
Sounds like Barrister likes to.
Opie's a millionaire.
I've never heard a millionaire talk like that.
Opie was a million. He's like, listen, $20 a day. That's not nothing.
Oh my God. I would love to see his financials.
This is what, and since Lewis is here, I'll mention him in this. Because we talked about it on Dabbleverse Live. I don't agree with all Lewis's points about the Dabbleverse and all of that, but I do get why he views it the way he does. Because there's a marketing problem to it. A lot of shows feel like this. It feels like, let's turn the camera on and cash in. Let's turn the fucking camera on, read super chats, not prepare anything, and we treat our fans like an ATM machine. Just tell them to send me money. And what's even more disgraceful and sad is Opie being like, 20 big ones, Ron. Do you see what we just made? Let's see if we can keep that train rolling. This is a guy who was making 7 figures a year on radio. And now he's like, ooh, a crisp 20. I don't want to fuck this up, Ron. Don't rock the boat here. We want to make sure this whale stays.
Imagine the amount of pure Parmesan I could buy with this 20 spot. That 80% bullshit.
Because none of it's real. Don't you get it?
That's how rich people stay rich. Their asses are clenched so tight.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really going with the Warren Buffett model of cherishing every dollar.
I think it's the Jay Leno model, where I'm not going to spend $1 that I made. Just sit here and cry poor.
The watch.
Let's open up the wallets today.
He's a voyeur. He's a voyeur.
It's Super Chat.
Come on, gang. Dust off those wallets.
Friday. So let's open up the wallets and start throwing money at me like I'm an evangelist. Okay? Just keep throwing the money at me. Speaking of which, Ron, I know we're all over the place, and we're going to get to your list that you always send me, which is always terrific. But this is where we get in trouble, but it has to be said. It has to be said.
Hold on. Did you watch this yet, Casey? I don't want to get my channel taken down.
No, I did not.
Should we roll the dice? I don't want to get in trouble here. This Opie, we heard the Parmesan thing. We've already risked playing that. I hope this doesn't get flagged.
Hard-hitting.
Let's hear what Opie's going to get in trouble for.
We're fighting basically World War III because, their religion is different than our religion, right? That's why we fight these wars, don't you think?
Turn this
we don't
off.
Get along.
Turn this off now. The people can't hear that take. That's too nuts. By the way, if Lewis is still here, tell Dave Smith he's going to need Legion of Skanks. Don't bother. If there's political takes like that out there, hey, this religion stuff, I mean, what is it? It's causing all the wars. I think if there was a God, would he really want all these people to die in war? I don't know. Put an original take. Opie literally set that up with, this is going to get us in trouble, Ron. This is a little dangerous, Ron. Buckle up. Religion causes war. Holy shit, Ope. I didn't know. Does the shock jockery never end with you, Opie? Will you ever put down the microphone and stop shocking us?
Looking at my scorecard today for the Opster, and it's cheese bad, God bad. So far, 0 for 2.
Yes, he's taken all the big pillars in society. Is no one safe?
In the religious front, all our religions are different, and everyone thinks their religion is the religion, and all the other religions are bullshit, right? Is that accurate, Ron?
Is that accurate, Ron? Ron's gonna wait. You know what, Opie? I never thought of it that way, but yeah, it is accurate. Right? You know what? I'm checking. Yes, it is accurate. Yeah, I ran it through our fact checkers, and it is in fact accurate. Ope, thanks.
By the way, Opie a little upset with Ron there for doing some work before the show. You hear that? That was a little jab there. Like, I got that list you sent me, Ron, of work you do before the show. Pre-work.
Ron probably had great topics to cover.
Ron, well, I don't want to give Ron too much credit. Here's the problem, because people get themselves worked up into a frenzy, and they're like, "Ron's great on Opie's show." Yes, relative to that show,
on a curve, graded on a curve.
If we were just watching Ron, I don't know that would be like, man, this is good stuff. What are we even going to comment on? Ron is really he's a dynamo.
It's weird because you kind of had to see Kumi on his own and be like, oh, yes, he is funny. That guy is hilarious and funny. Because when anyone's with Opie...
I get what you're saying, but you kind of knew that on Opie. But yeah, I get what you mean.
He distorts. He distorts the reality a little bit.
There's never a point where, Ron's going to start Compound Media and we're going to be like, this guy's got something to say.
Although...
Okay, I'll give you that.
Next star is AI and Opie and Anthony.
Okay, so if Lou's is still here, we're going to get into... first, we are covering ground that no podcast... Have you ever heard a podcast so dangerous that they're going to talk about AI? And Opie's going to do that. But stick around through that. Don't cover your ears if it's not safe for you. This guy is risque. But we do get to a point about Opie doing Legion of Skanks and Skankfest.
People think it's cute to do AI on their phones. They have no idea what's coming. They're saying it's going to wipe out so many jobs within the next 18 months.
What? You mean our jobs aren't safe from AI? I've never thought about that.
Hold on. AI bad. Okay, got 3 things now. God, cheese, AI bad.
Right. Opie's like, that's why I refuse to get a job to support my family, because it's just going to be wiped out by AI anyways.
JP Morgan Chase, I think, announced today that they're laying off 3% of their entire worldwide workforce because of AI.
Right. 100%. All right.
Ron for economy facts. How's the economy doing? I missed Opie and Ron this morning. I don't really know.
I look at Ron for the percentages. I call him percentage Ron. Give me the percentages. 3%. All right. Write that down.
Hey, let me just grab this 20. It's Super Chat Friday. Ron, we might make money today. But these people might throw money at us today.
We're up to $40. Ooh. This guy, I don't know which house he's in. Is it the fucking 30th floor Manhattan apartment? Or is it the house in the Hamptons? Which is it?
The one overlooking the entire city.
Okay, all right.
Bay, yes.
And he's like, Ron, I don't know if you've seen this. We are up to 40 smackers today.
I don't got to ask the old lady for an allowance today. What you think about that?
Bro, show the money. Show me the money.
Show me the money, bitches. Show me the money. But AI's coming. AI, mark my word, AI, because AI is going to get bored eventually with our stupid questions. Hey, can you help me fix my fridge? Which I used AI to do. Hey, I got a leak in my fridge and it's...
He fixed his fridge using AI.
Hi, Opie. I'm here with my tool belt. Boy, AI is getting very good. I didn't realize it was doing that now.
Look at my computer.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
I did. I just had to take away all the beer boxes from the side of the fridge where it was blocking the fan.
Electra's just getting shit-faced.
Drunk in her bathroom.
It just warped my wood floor. Can you help me fix this? And it helped me fix it. But eventually AI is going to be like, I'm bored with this shit. You know what AI could do? And they're going to end up bringing back dinosaurs. Mark my word. AI is going to bring back dinosaurs.
Hold on. This is actually a bold take. I didn't realize it was going to be this idiotic. I forgot.
I thought he was going Terminator 2 and he went dinosaurs.
And this is what you do with like a child. I'm going to see, after this, I'm leaving to go to a friend's house. They have a newborn and they have a 4-year-old.
No, I'm so sorry.
And I will have a much more scintillating conversation with that 4-year-old than this moron. AI's going to bring back dinosaurs. Oh, is it, Opie?
Bitches, because they're going to be bored.
Wow.
Jurassic Park I believe is what you're referencing.
Sure. I'll wait.
It was my thought, Ron.
We just made $10. Last week, the Legion of Skanks talked about a potential O&A reunion. They then discussed how thin-skinned you are, and the reunion will probably go bad.
As Lewis knows, this is how easy it is to rile these guys up. Where it's like he's like, oh, did they? Did they talk about how thin-skinned I am? Like they just get trolled all day, and they always believe it. But I will say, Opie does not get too riled up. He says overall flattering things about Lewis, but this is why he won't do the podcast or the festival or have anything to do with Anthony.
Reunion. They then discussed how thin-skinned you are, and the reunion will probably go bad. Do you think they're right? No, I don't think they're right. You idiot. You just wasted your $10. The reason there's going to be no O&A reunion is because I can't stand Anthony. I can't stand to be in the same room as the guy. And
How do
if
you
want
know
to call that?
How do you know that? You haven't been in the same room as him. Like, how do you know that? You did. You stood to be in the same room as him for 2 decades. Like, how? And then you stopped seeing him because he was fine. This is the weird thing about Opie and Anthony's relationship. Opie makes it seem like one day Opie had enough and said, Anthony, your racism has gone far enough. Get out. You get the hell out of here and don't come back. Opie would have kept doing that show and kept cashing those checks. Anthony was fired for an incident totally out of Opie's hands. Now, was Opie ultimately glad Anthony got fired? Yeah, probably. But like Opie acts like it was this thing, like we just couldn't do the show anymore. We hated each other. They both silently resented each other and kept cashing those checks and showing up every day. So this idea that Opie's like, I can't be in the same room as the guy, it's a lie that he's created in his own head.
That and the FU money that they got from those contracts is what's stopping it. Because if he needed money, he'd step into that room, he'd shake Anthony's hand, he'd say, let's do it again.
Yeah, right.
Let's relive the golden years.
Yeah.
I need the money.
That thin skin.
To be fair, he was just dancing in the streets over $40. So
that's true.
So be it. But thanks for your $9, bitch.
So, I have been asked, or hey, why don't you and Opie go on Legion of Skanks? What's it called? Legion of Skanks?
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you, Opie and Ronnie need to go on Legion of Skanks?
That is like, by the way, and Lewis can confirm, maybe Lewis reached out to Ron the waiter. But otherwise, this is like me saying, I've been asked to replace Dave Smith. You know what I mean? Like, just someone on Twitter was like, hey, Ron, you should go on a podcast. Like, who gives a shit? I've been asked to go on Legion of Skanks.
Also, he's an open mic comedian that knows what Legion of Skanks is. This Legion of what? I hate when people do that. You know what it is.
I like the idea that like Lewis is like, Ron, do you want to come on sometime and regale us with? You seem to know a lot about cheese. Would you?
And not invite Opie. He doesn't invite Opie though.
Yeah, right.
Ron, bring your herpes on over to the Skanks. We'd love to talk to it. That's all I see when I see it.
And I think, by the way, they would do it in a second. They would absolutely have us on. 100%.
It's become us. Ron's just going to ride Opie's. Yeah, they would have Opie on. Lewis has talked about it before. They would have Opie on, and I'll tell you exactly how it would go. They would shit on Anthony the entire time. Mm-hmm. And that's not they're not stabbing Anthony in the back or like, they would make Opie comfortable by making fun of Anthony, making the jokes that people have made to Anthony for 20 fucking years. Call him a racist and a kid toucher and all that shit. And what would happen is, water off a duck's, Anthony would not give a fuck. But if you do that to Opie, it's what you just heard to the super chatter. Thanks for your $9, asshole. It's that attitude. Just to whatever is the mildest criticism that is flung Opie's way.
Mike, your chat room is like a hot singles club in Miami right now. Louis J. Gomez coming in here. Can someone ask Ashley Cummings, no G, if she's ever been to Jamaica? She's twite.
I think she's a little long in the tooth for Lewis. No offense, Ashley, but I'm just saying based on Lewis's current dating situation. But that'd be fun. If we set up Ashley Cummings and Lewis, that'd be very fun.
Lewis, that just means she's experienced. Yes,
that's right.
Experienced. Right. Knows what she's doing, you know? Has a feeling for things. Has a feeling for the stick. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Opie does have the O face right there.
He does. He's you can't see it, Mike, but Opie is coming hard right now. Whatever idea Berman had, he liked.
I did on shows all the time. One of the reasons why I don't go on other shows is because I don't want to fucking talk about the O&A drama over and over again. I talk about it too much on my thing. Can you imagine?
You host that you can. Listen, Opie, I've listened to your program. It's you saying how much you hate Anthony and Jim Norton. And Sam Roberts and E-Rock. You'll say you hate them as well. Or it is telling us the percentage of cheese that is in Parmesan cheese. 80. Talk about Opie and Anthony. For the love of God. Please talk about the glory days.
But we did get knowledge today that I didn't have before. Thank you, Opie.
Down with a podcaster, and that's all they're going to want to talk about. It's one reason why I don't do any of that shit. Where were we?
That's just not true. Like, they would talk to him about the Opie and Anthony's and his relationship with Anthony and Norton and all that for a bit, and then they would play Who Be Knowing Black People, and you know what I mean. Like they would do the regular Legion of Skanks show. This is just a man whose ego is all consuming, where he's like, they would just talk about me the whole time. It's like, no, dude, if you've ever watched the show, they would spend some time talking about you, and then they'd move on to other things. And you, Opie, which is, by the way, a format Opie kind of created or helped create, they would talk about wherever the conversation goes. There would be a bunch of voices. It would be Opie and another guest, most likely. And they would shit on Anthony and Jim for a little while. They would move on to news of the day. They would play some game the producers prepared. Like, it would be a regular show, but Opie's like, oh, it's a setup, eh? You're there. He thinks that, like, they were bringing him there to dump pig's blood on him. Like, oh, it's all about me. No, they think it'd be fun to have an Opie and Anthony reunion or have you on to talk shit, but it's not this sinister plot against you that he thinks everything is.
But it is sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So because he thinks it's going to be all about him, if they did get together, he'd probably make it all about him and it'd be insufferable, you know?
Or the first thin skin joke they make or a board op or any of that. The first joke they make that Opie doesn't like, oh, so that is why you brought me here.
Right, everything confirmed.
Like, so that's it. Yeah, it would just confirm in his mind everything he thought.
Polymarket, that has to be like plus 300 that Opie walks out of that thing, right? Like, I'm betting that Opie walks out of that thing at some point.
I mean, he'll just never do it. But yeah, if he did do it, yes.
AI, no. I'm not being dragged into that nonsense today. We're having fun with AI.
I don't have time for that. I want to say the thing that everyone's been saying about AI for years. I want to be the last to get to this point.
Want to have fun today.
Dinosaurs. Didn't you have a dinosaur question?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
You're the idiot that brought up dinosaurs.
How dare you throw that on Ron? Opie's like, AI is going to bring back all the dinosaurs. And then he gets all fired up about this Legion of Skanks thing. Now, what was your bullshit dinosaur thing, Ron? And Ron's like, what?
Ron is feeling a whole lot what Anthony felt all those years at this point.
No.
I got distracted. Well, I think AI, I'll go back to this point. AI is going to bring back dinosaurs.
Okay. That's good stuff, Hope.
No, we all know it's Sam Neill that brings him back or fights him or something. Anyway, Sneak Attack is the next one.
Okay, so this is what he thinks of. This is what he thinks of Lewis. And like, I mean, Lewis he's a good broadcaster. Like he knows what would make people watch that episode. So maybe there's an element of truth in this, but this would not be sabotage or some plot against Opie. But this is what he thinks. He does not trust the rattlesnake.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say to get back before. People absolutely are reaching out to me. I don't know if they're doing it to you, but hey, you and Opie need to get on Legion of Skanks. And by the way, I think they're saying that because I think they mentioned it. I think they probably wanted the
homework assignment today for everyone in the chat right now. Text someone in your life. Just pick a number out of your phone. Text them and say, hey, you should go on Legion of Skanks. Just because that's exactly what Ron had happened to him. And he's like, they want me bad, Hope. What do I do about this?
Mike, I'm getting a message back from my aunt. She's angry I called her a skank. So thanks a lot. That's on you.
All right, I get it. If the boys want me, I'll do it.
episode said we should get Opie and Ronnie on. And so we could go on Legion of Skanks. They want us on. People want us to go on. This is what I think would happen. You want to hear what I think would happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
100%.
Parmesan.
10 minutes into it.
Hold on,
Coming up.
That was good. If he said that, put him in the podcasting Hall of Fame. All right, listen to me here. 100% Parmesan.
It's a dream for all of us. We know it can't be had with all the lint out there.
10 minutes into it. Coming out behind the curtain is fucking Anthony and Jim Norton. 100%.
Oh, let's hear it. Let's hear if Opie agrees first.
100%. I believe that would happen.
I so agree with you. It's another reason because I've been invited.
I thought about this. It'll be curious if Lewis answers this. My thought is that definitely would not happen the first time. They would bring Opie in and butter his ass up so good. Like, they would make him feel like part of the family the first time he went in. Is it possible something like that happens the second time? Again, I don't think it would be a sneak attack. I think they would tell him, like, hey, see, like, we're cool. We're not trying to fuck you over. Would you come back on with Anthony and Jim? I really think they would do that. I don't think it would be some, like, setup thing where Anthony's hiding under the desk and springs out. I don't think that's how they would do it. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe I'm underestimating the rattlesnake's tricks.
On that show. And
the setup.
I don't want to confuse people. I like Luis Gomez. He works his ass off and he built Legion of Skanks. He's built a lot of shit. He's like the brains behind a lot of that stuff.
Oh, really?
Well, I can relate to that shit because I was the brains behind Opie and Anthony. They like it.
Wow. Yeah, you had us there, Opie. We were in the palm of your hands, and then you just squashed us.
I mean, I will say, like, Opie steered the ship, you know? Like, and he had to be the boss. It's like there's an element of truth, but like to say he was the brains behind it, I don't think is entirely accurate. But all right,
get or not, I was, you bitch. And
I give it some thought.
That's how the brain usually reacts.
Stop yelling at me, Ope. I put real thought into it. Look at
he did. He paused and sighed. He did the sighing and pausing.
One reason why I've never appeared on that show is because I don't trust Luis Gomez because he knows how to get the headlines.
What would he do? Rape your wife while you're out of the house? What would he do, Opie? Like, realistically, what would he do? Make fun of you? Like, what's the worst that could happen?
Lewis, I don't trust you. I don't trust you.
It would be for that reason specifically.
Of course it would be. I'm not
they're bringing on.
It really wouldn't. I really don't think that's true. Like, they would do it to sandbag him?
I mean, unless they bring out, like, Opie, here's a lady that you molested in high school. Bring her out, Jennifer. Like, what? It's going to be Anthony. That's the only thing that could surprise him, right?
And also, I think it says a lot that you're at the... Put it this way. When Anthony comes on, they're not like, we are going to get this asshole. You know what I mean? There's not some secret trick when Anthony's on the show. He was just on the other day on Real Ass Podcast with Anthony Zenhauser. That's a surprise to no one is thankful for that. If Anthony Zenhauser is on, no one's like, ooh, what a surprise, you know? So the idea that they're going to fucking stab him in the back, that didn't get a laugh, and I apologize, Anthony Zenhauser. I think you're a funny guy. I thought it would entertain the fellas here, and no one laughed, so. What is that noise? Do you hear that?
There was someone going by in my alley with a loud stereo.
Or was it the Hare Krishnas?
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's not the Hare Krishnas yet. They're later. They're after the show.
Oh, the Hare Krishnas come later. Cool.
Yes.
I thought we were under attack. That was wild.
It's just my life every day.
That was nuts. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, like, that can't be used against Anthony. Anthony's not, like, gingerly tiptoeing into Gas Digital Studios going, no, you don't have any guests here, do you? There's no one that's going to scare me away. But Opie treats it like, And to be fair to him, he's having a little fun with it. Like he clearly, he's not pissed at Lewis, but he's like, but they would scare me. They would have a big surprise. Opie like allows people to use that against him. Which if he just sat down with Anthony, that's the only thing he has going in his life. Like it's not like Opie has this thing where it's like, well, now I have this show that I put a lot of work into. Like there's nothing that he puts work or effort or care into. So like, why not? It's the only relevant thing about you. So if you're trying to be relevant, do the podcast. And if they bring in Anthony and Jim, so be it.
I know I recognize this in Opie because I have it myself. He's a control freak. And like if he can't control the situation, then he everyone's against him, right? And so the only way the Opie and Anthony reunion works is under Opie's terms. It has to be, at Opie's place, at Opie's discretion, Opie's mics, Opie's everything. And that's the only way that it can happen where he feels comfortable,
Which, by the way, I don't think the Opie and Anthony reunion works as a live show. Like I know Lewis says like it's his goal to do it at Skankfest. I don't know what that is. I would go. I would definitely be crammed in that room for that. But I don't know what that is as a live show. You know what I mean? Like it'd be interesting to see, but I don't know what that would even entail.
I would want to edit that shit heavily.
Yeah, if it's ever released, you'd be like, what is it? Well, I mean, no, you couldn't edit just because the way that show is. It would have to be all raw. But I just don't know what the show would be.
I have an idea. Maybe how you get Anthony there, maybe how you get Opie there.
Well, Anthony will just be there.
Yeah. No, I know, but this is like how good a sport Anthony is.
Yeah.
You do the roast of Anthony Cumia, and Opie gets to come and roast Anthony. They get to roast Anthony. So it's Anthony is like gets to be pounded. Opie, come and pound him,
I don't know if the roast of Anthony Cumia would be fun. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this about roasts. Often...
No, he gets to leave right after he does his thing.
Often they make jokes about other people on the dais.
No, he's first and then leaves right afterward.
We would not stand for that.
No, I know. But it would be amazing.
Bring it on Opie and Ronnie, and they have a whole thing planned with Anthony and Jim Norton. Maybe it's like, hey, that show, like, This Is Your Life, and they bring out everybody. Everyone who doesn't like you. Oh, that'd be a big win. That'd be a 5-hour show. All right, so wait a minute.
Thanks for kind of a subtle dig, and everyone who doesn't like you would be there, and it will be a long night.
We're gonna need a Coliseum. We're gonna need to go where the Giants play.
But here's the thing they don't realize about the Legion of Skanks. I've heard them talk about Opie and Anthony, and they were like a fan of that show to a degree. They don't know everyone that hates Opie. Like they're not that invested in everyone that hates. If Who Are These Podcasts was putting it on, they might make an effort to find everyone that hates Opie. Legion of Skanks don't really give a fuck about Opie. It would not be this thing where it's like, let's dig up every piece of dirt we can find on this guy. That's just not what it would be.
Right, they don't have time for that shit.
Right.
And if you wanted to reinvent yourself in this world of comedy, that is the best place to do it. Like people that are eager and want comedy, as opposed to these other places where it's just going to be a rehashing of all the old stuff.
That's the real. I think that's what keeps us coming back to Stuttering John and Opie and these people that we talk about, where it's like because there's a path to redemption that people can. It's like they're their own worst enemy, and that's what's interesting to watch about people. It's like get out of your own way, and we're the ones yelling that every week, and they never do it.
Throw that back up, Electra.
Oh, where did I put it?
Louis J. Gomez is responding.
He said, we give everyone an opportunity to be funny. Sometimes people surprise us. Right. That was from Louis.
Yeah, I would be shocked if for the first time ever it was, all right, Opie was kind enough to come here. We've tied him up and everyone's going to get a go at him. We've got his bare ass here. Everyone just shove one in. You get 30 seconds with the Opester. And then on to the next one. I don't imagine that would be how they treated Opie because they've never done it with any other guest.
Lewis also said, for some reason, YouTube's hiding this. I don't see any bad words in it. But he also said the roast of Cumia is a great idea. He'll pitch it to Anthony. Hey, look at that, Mike. We're making moves over here.
All right. Casey should get an executive producer credit on that if it comes to
Or one of those 4 tickets that Mike has. Maybe.
That's up to Lewis.
I just want to hang around Mike all day and just make his Skanks experience just unique as possible.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun?
Look how excited he is about it.
Yes.
Reminded me of all the bad decisions I made in my life.
Wait,
Thank
wait,
you,
wait.
guys.
Wait, this is funny.
Yeah.
If you and I do the Legion of Skanks as the new incarnation of Opie, right? It was Opie and Anthony, Opie and Jim Norton. Now it's Opie and Ronnie.
Yeah.
And then we go on and they set us up, and they
Opie and Ronnie.
Everyone's like, what did you like better, Opie and Anthony? By the way, no one even asks if Opie and Anthony was better than Opie and Jim. It's just a known. Opie and Jim was a disaster. Jim Norton would say that. The idea that it's like, the big 3: Opie and Anthony, Opie and Jim, Opie and Ron.
Howard and Robin, Ron and Fez, Opie and Ronnie. Big 3.
Yeah.
They say, fuck it, let's get Opie. Let's bring out all the people who don't like Opie. It would be Anthony. It'd be Jim Norton, Rich Voss.
Yeah.
Who else? Who else we got? Who would?
I don't even want to go down this road, Ronnie.
Hey, Ron, I've got news for you. You don't need to be there. So we've got Voss, Bobby, Norton, Colin Quinn, Opie, Anthony, Ron the waiter, of course.
Opie's wife, family.
Jim's wife.
Anyone who's ever met Opie.
I mean, it was fun what you did. Now you're going too deep because
it's too deep.
If they did that, the next thing you know, I'm turning into fucking Bruce Lee. Trust me.
What is that?
I have no idea. Is that a comedian that I don't know about?
You don't know Bruce Lee?
He fights or something, right?
Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah.
Well,
He goes in the octagon.
Not with us anymore. No octagon there.
I don't know that. I don't know that reference. All of a sudden, I'm Bruce Lee.
Yeah. I know his son was a friend of the Crow. Thank you.
Oh, does he mean? Okay. Does he mean fighting? Like, does he mean I'd have to fight everyone off?
Maybe.
I think
that would be a very liberal thinking of that usage.
All of a sudden, I'm Bruce Lee. I don't understand what he means.
I think we need to listen to that again.
If they did that, the next thing you know, I'm turning into fucking Bruce Lee. Trust me.
I think you're right. Like defending himself, like fighting off all the attackers.
Yeah.
I'm throwing haymakers.
Although he does kind of look Asian with his eyes.
He said I'm throwing haymakers, which I don't think that's what Bruce Lee was known for, were his haymakers. But
no, he wasn't exactly a boxer.
No.
Mike, you know this about Opie. Is he a stoner?
No.
He can't open his eyes though. Why are his eyes closed so tight?
It's like looking at the sun the whole time. All right. Any eyes question, we go to you. You're the expert.
To my left, my right, behind me, in front of me.
Opie, they do want us on. If you said, "Hey, we'll come on," but like no funny business.
No offense.
But hey, Lewis, you know how Kill Tony wants us on? You go ahead. Next time you're in Austin, I'll sit this one out. But they want us on. It's just true. They want us on.
And then when
the idea that Ron has attached himself to this is great.
Yeah, and then when Blind Mike goes on Skanks Electra, that'll be us. You see how that works?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
To Luis Gomez, I don't trust him. You
don't trust Jay Okerson?
And that's a compliment.
You don't trust.
Cool. They're both cool, but I don't trust Lewis. Lewis knows how to get people talking. So
you don't trust Jay Okerson?
What?
You don't trust Jay Okerson?
Jay would just go with whatever.
What?
Jay wouldn't be the.
I gotta give Opie that. He does know the dynamic pretty well. Yes, that is. Lewis would plan something, and Jay would be like, "All right." So that is correct.
Wouldn't be the brains behind that. All right, listen to me. I want to talk about dinosaurs, bitch.
What an episode, Opie.
Opie's fired up. Yeah. But yeah, there's no, there's no solving it.
I don't even know what to say after that.
We can argue till we're blue in the face, but Opie's not doing Legion of Skanks. It's just not going to happen. I credit Lewis for trying. I do think the roast of Anthony is not just a good idea to get Opie and Anthony back together. People would that would be great.
Yeah, people would love that.
Stuttering John could go. I mean, you could get everyone.
But like fucking Colin, Norton, Voss, like you would get all that crew together, as well as some of the new guys who all want to make fun of Anthony. That would be awesome.
And I'm telling you, how you get Opie in the room is you tell him he goes first and then gets to leave.
And you can leave. Yeah.
You can leave. And then but how fun would the rest of that roast be shitting on Opie for the whole time while he's not there? Oh, that is, everyone's happy. Everyone walks away happy. That's a good one.
It's an idea.
All right.
Food for thought.
Hey, super chats.
Let's get these in and get out of here for the day.
Tim
I wish
Bollinger.
Craig would play that. Can we send that to Craig? That's the super chat sound he should play also.
Okay.
I also want it on Dabble vs. Live.
Just everyone, send it to everyone. Every show.
Everyone should have it. You're right.
It really is magical.
Yay, super chats.
It's really good.
He's a magical creature, Craig.
Why did he say that?
It makes me feel like I'm on vacation, and Casey asked him to say it.
Yeah, I just say, hey, can you say that? And he's like, well, say what? That. And I'm like, thank you, Craig.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, I know he doesn't know what WATS is. That he's proven that. He never knew that. So I was like, why would he say that super chat?
It really gets the endorphins going here. All right, go.
Tim Bollinger, $1.99. Fuck multi-grain bread.
Right? That was in the cheese
Random.
discussion. So we were going to have a cheese and bread.
Don't get me started. I'm trying to leave here and enjoy the rest of my day. Don't make me think about multi-grain bread.
Everyone knows cracked wheat is the best kind of bread. And then one more acknowledgement to the great Louis J. Gomez, who was in the chat today. Thank you, Louis, for hanging out. Thank you for the supporters and honest breakdown. That's what Mike does here. And that's what Mike would do on the Skanks with laughs.
That's right.
All right, a few more.
I miss you, Jimmy, for $2. F you, low-carb tortillas.
Guys, whoa. It's not Friday. What are you, nuts?
Yeah.
Put the brakes on this thing. It's Sunday.
Yeah, stop with all these super chats.
Got
Please
5
carry-
more days till FU Friday.
Oh, Gearheads, please carry this over to the show tomorrow night. Please carry it over. All food talk all night. Hitler and food. That's all we talk about.
That's right.
Giggle fuckery with $2.
Greatest.
Lewis, make Legion of Skanks ADA compliant for the new third chair.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you lobbying. Bombard
lobby.
Lewis with these messages.
Yeah. Well done.
And if he doesn't get the job, that's a way we can sue him and say, hey, we kept this job because of it. Just kidding.
They've been good enough to the disabled. What they've done for gay blind Mike, I I can't betray that.
When it's all said and done, we'll own Rodney's. Am I right, blind Mike? All right. We got two more.
At Rumpled Trenchcoat Columbo Podcast, $5. I'm still in shock that Opie went after Big Parma like that.
It's,
Big Parma.
It was
Goddamn.
unsettling. It was unsettling. I didn't care for that. Big Parma.
We got a tough choice today. Big Parma, loyal to default, and then friend of the crow.
Loyal to default is a good one. I think that's the title.
You got to put them up against each other.
You
to
guys
see
never
who-
even put out the titles. You talk about them, but you don't actually make that the title, do you?
No, we do.
On Spotify, wherever you get podcasts.
Yep.
Oh, okay, on Spotify. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
We
Craig's
don't do
much
it on
better.
YouTube 'cause the algorithm is different. We
Go
need
to
to put it-
Spotify. Give 5 stars. I did.
Yes,
Definitely
Yeah, go
do
to video on Spotify now as well. You can watch us on Spotify if you'd like.
That's crazy. That's what Sirius XM promised like 10 years ago, and they finally.
Oh, are you? I didn't even think of this. Are you able to upload the show to Spotify?
No, because I was logged out of the account. But I'll get on to because Craig's in vacation.
Yeah.
We'll spend after the show. Don't leave, and I'll log in real quick. Okay.
All right.
We'll get that show to you, people. See how far we did a meeting for you. We care about you, people. All right, last one here.
At HE Penny Packer Industrialist, that was a mouthful, $1.99. Love the new shows as well, Mike. Keep it up.
Thank you, buddy. I'm a big H.E. Pennypacker fan. I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
And thank you to all the great super chatters and people about memberships. We appreciate you, and we speak your name.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you to all those who support the show. All the stars as well. Thank you to Lewis and Ashley, all the big names watching the program today.
And their future children.
The Lewis and Ashley dating game is going to be coming up soon.
Yes.
Very exciting.
Please go to OnlyFans with that. We all want to watch.
That's very exciting. Boy, that would stir some shit up if Lewis and Ashley were dating.
Oh, yes. What do you mean if? It's
All right.
happening.
Tell the people where to find you two.
You can find Electra and I at HackRideStudios.com. If you like Eric the Actor, Howard Stern stuff, we're over there and enjoy. And then make sure you go to verygoodshow.org .org, I believe it is.
Org.
Yes, he's an org guy. I don't know how.
I ask him every week. There's no. I don't even know if he owns the website anymore. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think it's reverted back to the domain name. Where you can buy
What
them.
I've been saying lately is go to @CraigVGS on Twitter if you want to hear what's really going on in the world.
Yeah, and I think it was verygoodshow.org, and it is still around.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
And DJElectrify.com as well, the great DJ Electrify.
Yes.
Thanks.
And thank you to you two for being up this early. I appreciate it, even on daylight savings time. And thank you for helping out the show, the backbone of the program. So thank you to you two.
Thank you. We have fun doing it.
All right,
Thank you.
Enough.
I mean,
Now it's less fun.
Get the hell out of here. Bye. Goodbye, everybody.
And we have a mean transition.
Hey, it's Boogie. Sappers through the way, everyone out there.
Now, this is very interesting. Now, really, ladies, if you're listening, and men, and everybody in between.
If I tell you you've got a homicide, buddy, you've got a homicide.
I hope to hear from you soon. I am proud to own the Trumpy Bear, and I will always be proud to be an American.
Put it in the outro.
Until then, have yourself a great day, and as always,
There's no cum on my mic.
rock on.
Stop the baloney, huh? What kind of statement is that?
I wrote it. One of my favorite players to cover when he was here was Mike Vrabel. Tell me Mike Vrabel's story. Whatever, dude. I keep it cool at the gym.
Piss on it.
Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. Fuck you, Mike. All right. Stop, my belly hurts.
My dad was in the military.
Was that, sir?
Can you please kindly F off, please?
If a person is on a bridge, threatening to jump, how do we know that he wants help?
Okay, I hope nothing bad happened.
Money, 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 money. Fuck, please.
Anyway, God bless America.
Put it in the outro. Suck it.